All right, I think we're ready to cook here. Look upon your neighbor and say it's cooking time. Time to share out some sandwiches. In the Caribbean, after people die, there's something called a wake that happens at the house of those in mourning. And we do things like share out cheese sandwiches, things that are easy and quick to make. And because we plan figuratively murdering this maths paper, killing off this maths paper, sandwiches will be sharing here today. So we're just gonna wait 1 minute or so for everybody to lock in. Everybody press like, share the stream everywhere you can, people. Everywhere you can, share the stream. I'm going to show you the way how you would ace your maths paper ones from now on. So there's this web page called kerwinspringer.com, named after yours truly. You're going to click on tools, and then you're going to click on multiple choice practice, and you will see a bunch of subjects here that you can practice. Obviously, you'll be looking for maths, CSEC Maths, and you're going to click on that, and then you begin. As simple as that. Or if you search Kerwin Springer Maths, if you search CSEC Maths, you'll probably see this page come up in Google where you can click on it as well. So everybody lock in, go get everybody, go get everyone. Let me share it up. You all just give me 1 moment to share it up. Press like on the stream. Everybody go get everyone. Let me share it up. Oops. 1 moment to share it up. There we go. I'm getting the YouTube link. And share with everything named Maths here. Tell them Kerwin Springer is live and it's time to go. It's time to go get this bread. Let's go get this bread. All right. Just give me a second to share it up all over the place. Yes, I am back in Trinidad. I'm seeing people popping in now. I'm seeing folks popping in. Oh yeah, I saw it shared here. Yep. We in. All you beating me to it, boy. The maths groups that I'm in, Student Hub. Just a few more groups to go. Here we go. And let's just share it on the Discord now. Where's Maths? CSEC Maths. Boom. At everybody. There we go. Jump in the live now. All right, so should I watch your 5-hour video on multiple choice from 2020? Yeah, but that will have like recent for 2020. So this has more recent for 2026. But CXC goes all the way back, right? And let's cook. I think we're ready. We're cooking. So you have 300 people here live. Let's get cooking. More should come later on. Let me know as they come in, right? So a square has the same area as a rectangle. 9 by 16. How much is 9 by 16, folks? Just fixing some stuff here. You'll see it, right? So it'll be like 16 times 9. And 9 6s are 56 with the 5 there. 54 actually. So 144. So this is 144. What is the length of the side of the square? So if this is the area of the square and it's 144, it has a square number. So when we square root that, what we're going to get? Why are they paying 75? Don't understand. Can I get a 1 without knowing my times tables? Nah, that could be real tough for number. That's going to be tough. So you square root 144. Let's go. In which of the following polygons does the sum of the measures of the internal angles equal the sum of the measures of the external angle? I think we did this recently and it was hexagon. I had mixed up internal and external, what I was saying. So, what do you want? Basically, the interior angle, the sum of the measures of the interior angles is equal to the sum of the measures of the exterior. Oh no, equal both. So basically, I want a quadrilateral. What do I want? Let's just get this clear what they're saying. the sum of the measures of the interior angles. Add up all them interior angles, how much you get? Now 360. And add up all the exterior angles now, how much you get? Now 360 as well. So what they're talking about is a regular polygon. So it has to be a quadrilateral they're speaking of. Now there's a question like this where the answer was hexagon, but it was phrased differently. It was phrased differently. So that's what everybody's remembering. There's a question like this where I think the answer was hexagon, but it was phrased differently. So if A and B are two finite sets such that number of elements in A is 9, I'll do the Venn diagram method. I've been doing the formula method so long. Let's see if I have the Venn diagram method locked. So this is A, this is B. So I'm like, this is 9. Everything in here is 9, including this. Everything here is 10, including this. So 9 and 10. But this should only add up to 15, but this adds up to 19 right now. So I have to garnish 4 from this so that it can be 15. So the 4 will go here. And 4 and 5 is 9. And 4 and 6 is 10. So now everything works out, you see? So this method requires a really strong understanding of Venn diagrams to do it really quick. So the answer for this is A. The answer for this is A. So we had to move at this pace, people. This is the pace you should be moving at if you're on the day before the exam, to be fair. Ask anybody. I see one person say it fast, but ask anybody. And this is a nice speed. It's kind of slow, actually. Ask people who've been revising. This is the speed. This is the speed. So there's a next way to do this. The other way to do this is the formula method, which you will use in the exam. The number of elements in A intersect B are going to be equal to the number of elements in A plus the number of elements in B minus the number of elements in A union B. So it's going to be 9 plus 10 minus 15. And you get the 4 that way as well. So that's the next way you could cook this question. Let's go. Everybody press like on this stream. Share it up, share it up. Pop in. The value of, this kind of add math C boy. When n is -1, so it's not too bad. 5 -1 plus 1 times 5 -1 plus 2. Keep up. 5 to the power of 0 times 5 to the power of 1. 5 to the power of 0 is 1 times 5 to the power of 1 is 5. So the answer is 5. All right, 410 people in the stream. Everybody press like, share it up, share it up. Guys, this is the last time most of you all see me for this season teaching. F's in the chat for respect. Actually, no. Peace. P for pass. ones in the chat. Ones. We don't put no F's and no P's and nothing to kind of, mess up the thing. Ones in the chat for, this is the last one. This is the last one for the season. Last one for the season, people. Last one for the season. All right, let's keep going. Did I skip anything? I think I pressed a shortcut just now. The median of the number, this is a repeat. So the idea where this is cross, 2 in the middle, so 6.5. 6.5, so the answer is C. Let's go. We did a few like this yesterday. Yesterday we was doing all the tricks questions possible. So by now we should know that 4 over 8 is sine they're looking at, sine x. Your mind should be programmed like a chip when it comes to them tricks. Let's get the answer for this real fast. Yes, people, this is the last session. So what you can do me all a favor for the last session here. I hope I'm not asking for too much, but if you can screenshot this and send it to your WhatsApp and say or send it to your Instagram, last session with Uncle Springs or whoever he is called me. I don't know, he's called me in a secret place. You can insert name here and at Kerwin Springer me. Tag me. So tag me on Instagram. I'm giving everybody a little chance. Let me just get a nice position here before we resume. And this way. This way. This way. No, I got a cut in my hand here, so I don't want that to show. Right. Good. Nice. I'll leave this little hard to do. Yeah. All right, there you go. This jersey I get out for my son's birthday. That's right, Mark Daddy on it. but I don't have to be a father, So I hope you got a good screenshot there. Take that, share that on your WhatsApp, your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever the youths them using these days, and let's get going. The product of a tag me. The product of a number x and its reciprocal. So that's easy. X multiplied by its reciprocal. So this. And then, oh yeah, this was a little ticklish. We did this one recently. Repeat, right? Recent repeat here. So this is 5 cubed minus 2 squared. Because I'm doing this one first. And 5 cubed minus 2 squared is the square root of, what is that? 5 cubed minus 2 squared here. So this is 125 minus 4. So the square root of 121, which turns out to be 11. And remember, I was correlating because this question could be a little, you could make it more fancy. So now you want the square root of 5 cubed again minus 11 squared. So this is 125 minus 121, which is the square root of 4, which is 2. So the answer was 2. A lot of you all got that wrong, right? So pay attention. The answer is 2. And it went from this to this. So that is scale factor 2. Repeat. I'm breezing through the repeats that we did yesterday, right? I hope that's okay with everybody. From the same fish market, 60 customers, the cumulative frequency reached 30 at the 5 kilogram mark. The median amount of fish bought is they did just help me out here. This in brackets is a help out, but the median means in the middle, right? So you kind of add up. There are 60 customers in all. So if it reached 30 by the time we reach here, is that fair? I'm sure about that. 10, 20. Let me just double check this. This is 11. This is 5. This is 4. And this is 7. And 3. 10. Yeah, so the middle is right here. The middle is plumb here. You all agree with that? The middle is plumb down here. So 5.5. We're looking at a solid 5.5 for this. Memorize that. Make sure you understand how median works. Right in the middle. This man asking if anybody from Benedict's here. Anybody from Benedict's here, boy? This man want to know if you have these school people in the life. State or school are they from? Shout out your school and country, because you might know what school it is. That way. Shout out your school and country. In a box there are 8 red, 7 blue, and 6 green. 8 red, 7 blue, 6 green. One marble is picked at random. What is the probability that is neither blue nor green? Blue nor green, so 8. 8 out of 7 trees are 21. 8 out of 21, so the answer is A. Wait, hold on. Let me see where Heaven says she going. Heaven says she going Benedict. Don't believe nothing unless see Heaven say here. Heaven is just be pretending. Anguilla in the chat, boy. Anguilla, what is the scene? I've never been to Anguilla. Soon, Anguilla, Knox College, Jamaica, SGI, Vesini, TMS, Ashja, SAGS, Pre-Sal, Tunapuna Secondary, Press, Sando, Ashja, Gales, Barbados, Homeschool. Homeschool in Barbados in the chat. Big up. Having living in Guyana, but going to school in Trinidad. Make it make sense. SFGC, Antigua, Chinmaya, what's that? Barbados, Asante, Swaha Hindu College, Anguilla is beautiful. I wouldn't doubt that. Barbados, Antigua, Guyana, Jamaica, Dominica, Rio West, Trinidad, Jamaica. I was in Jamaica a few days ago, man. Keep up. So tell them a story in the end. Yeah, man, I'll tell her their story in the end. I'll try to, since it's the last one. The point P, 2 minus 3 is rotated about the origin to an angle 90 degrees clockwise. So he spoke about this anti-clockwise. 2 negative 3. So 2 negative 3 would be like here. Anti-clockwise means this way. So we're looking at this. It's going to be 3 now and positive 2. So 3, 2. So the answer is A. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Lock back in. Perpendicular, so the gradient has to flip and switch sign. So this is 3 over 7. So now we'll flip it 7 over 3 and switch the sign. Since y is 1 here, we already safe. So A is the answer. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Which are the following? So we're seeing that we do have the underline here. We do have the underline there. So we want both of them to lock in. So we actually accepted -2 and 4. So, and they are integers. Z means integers. So safe to pick. Let's just double check the inside. Yeah, safe to pick D. Let's go, let's go. The table below shows the number of books bought by 50 students at a sale. The mode is the modal. The mode is based off of this number. 13 here is the highest number, but the mode of books bought is 5. So you're going to pick 5. Answer is A. All right. Highest frequency is 13, and that represents 5. This is a highly repeated question. We know that this is 2-1. It goes across 2. It goes up 1. Double check it in the exam, because most likely it will show up in the exam, but double check it to make sure that they didn't do anything wild with this, right? Read the question properly. Yeah, man, 571 people reaching up. This is an example of the distributive law where you're going to add, since the 49 is repeated, you're going to add 17 and 3 and you're going to get 20. So 49 times 20. There's a few examples of distributive law that have come in the past. This is one of the most popular ones right now. 3 minus. So what I'm testing to see is if you know that the negative sign will actually distribute across both of them. So yes, you get negative x, but you'll also get -2, which will be +2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you really get 5 minus x, or -x plus 5. But you have 5 minus x right here. So the answer is C. Are we cooking, ladies and gentlemen? Is the pot bubbling? Is the pot bubbling? You all do this one for... Oh, no. I'll do this one for now. So a male student is chosen at random. What is it? So we in males. We consider any males. That's what this question is about. It's a explained form of conditional probability. So this is our new total. There are many ways this table is used in the exam. This is just one of the ways. What is the probability that he does not walk to school? So it's this. This is not walk. 30 and 50 is 80. So we're looking at 80 out of 108. Maybe they have it reduced, maybe not. Maybe they do have it reduced. So I don't know. 25, 5 into this, 5 into... No, 5 can't go into that. What? 18? 18... 20 over 27. 27 times 5. What? 4. 27 times 4. Yeah, 4. So the answer is C. Yeah, you reduce 80 over 108, you get 20 over 27. I don't know, I wasn't seeing it just now. Let's lock in. Let's see if you all can do this one. Lower class boundary of the modal class. So first things first, we need to find the modal class. Modal class is here. And these are the limits. 60 and 51 are the limits. So we're looking at the boundary. The boundary will be 60.5 and 50.5. So what is the lower boundary? That's my guy over here. 50.5. Are we cooking? We're definitely cooking. We're cooking. I see answers flying in the chat, but earlier ahead of me. One step ahead of them. All right, people. This one is for you to do. I suggest check something here. How are we looking? How the likes looking, everybody? Do you know what they're supposed to do? Pressing like and everything. 1 second, people. Yeah, let's push. Let's push. Dan sold 40 tickets in 5 days. What y'all get? A. Everybody saying A. Each day he sold 3 more tickets than the previous day. The number of tickets he sold on the third day was the number of tickets he sold on the third day. How much he sold? So let's see. If he sold, let's use your answer. Let's use a seater. So if he sold 8 on the third day, he sold 3 more. So 3 from 8 is 5. This is 3. And 5 days, so 8 is the middle. 8 is the median, so 8 5s here, that makes sense. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 3 is 14. So that's the idea that we'll do. Since this is the median, is 8 times 5. On average, if we go in up a consistent among the median is the mean here. Since it's an odd number. So really 8 times 5 is 40. So that's how you could quickly figure it out. So well done. Well done is A. We cooking. Everybody understand that little quick logic we use with A there? This is the way that I used to do it back in the days, but there's a faster way to do it now, right? Just say x plus 3, x plus 6, x plus 9. Then I developed this technique where I'll say this is your x, and this is your x plus 3, x plus 6, and this is your x minus 3, x minus 6, and you realize these cancel with each other out. So it's really 5x is equal 40. So 5x is equal to 40, so x is equal to 40 over 5, which is 8. But now you all know how to do it shorthand, just working out the numbers, playing with your head. Playing it out in your head. What is the value of the 2 here? So you're looking at 200s. This is real people. Let's get this wrong surprisingly. Place values. So we good. 200s, that's the hundreds column. I think what people mix up in their mind is like this. Somehow they see this as the tenths column, but I know once. There's no once column. So don't ever get trapped into a beer. I feel like that could happen to me too when I talking fast. So the cost of a refrigerator is this. If 5% is paid on the cost of they have to pay more, right? So this is less. I just gonna go with D. They have to pay more. It's obvious them going to have to pay more. They're going to have to pay more, right? So if a sales tax of 5% is paid and the cost price, a buyer who pays cash will pay more. So what I'm missing anything here? The answer to be D, you have to pay more. That's the only answer with more in it. Let's keep going. A car loses 5% in value each year. This is the value at the end. What was this value before? So it will be more. Okay, all of them are more, so I can use my little more trick here. Lost 5%. So I'll just watch all of these and crack off 5% off of all of these and see which one makes sense. It looking like this is the go. I'm feeling a vibes with the 20,000. This is an example where I use theta, right? Rather than use this is 95% and work back out 100% method, which is a little traumatic. I'm not going to do that. If you work out 5% of this and add it on, you might end up with A, which is wrong, by the way. So it's better to use the answer and say like 5% off. 5% off. Use nice simple numbers. Now we're always looking for shortcuts. That's the key in a multiple choice. I'm not teaching you a shortcut. This is the way. This is the way. This is the best way to do the multiple choice. So that's 1,000. So I know 1,000 need to come off of this, which will give me what? 19,000. So therefore I know that B is the answer. Just test out B and B works. Right. This method where you do this 1900 divided by 0.95 will be a little traumatic for you because you're not allowed to use a calculator in the CSEC Maths multiple choice. If this is 30 and this is 30, that's 60, and you minus the 60 from what you get 1. Just now it coming to me 120. So what I want? X, the angle X at the apex is 120. I can't believe they asked this. Like free marks. Free marks. Let's go. So in a triangle PQR, PX is equal to XQ is, hey, are we cooking, man? I need to stand up. We starting to cook now. Anybody feeling it? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling anyone? Are you feeling the comeback of the century here? After that paper to deal with you properly, and you feeling the comeback of the century? So this is a popular question, and I know that the answer, I think, is D. But what is happening is that you have like an X and you have a 2X, and they want you to figure out this value here. So the answer is always going to be 180 minus the sum of the other two angles. 2X plus X is 3X. I think we're cooking. Share up the live, ladies and gents. So in this answer, in this repeat 3 times M, we need to multiply 3 by everything here. And you're seeing that 3 by this, you're going to get negative 9. And that's the only one with negative 9. So that's the differentiator there. So A. We're going to square root 64 this exam. 8. All right. If the line Y is equal to X, this is a popular one when they rotate it 90 degrees. Look out for any tricks in the exam in case they want to rotate it other ways and all kind of thing. So this is Y is equal to negative X. That's what that line is known as. A is the answer. Cooking. 50 guests at a fete had 2 glasses of Moby each. This answer is 15. I'll do the working one more time, but We fed up know what this answer going to be, right? 2 glasses of Moby, each 2 times this is 300 mLs and 50. So 50 times 300. So if you multiply this by 50, you'll get 1, 5, and 3 zeros. But that's mLs. We want it in liters. So you drop this back like this, bang, and you get 15. So the answer is C. Learn it. It's a real popular recent question. This is a reflection. We do a million of this yesterday. Let's go. And this is K plus M. We do a million of this yesterday too. So this is E to G. And you have M and you have K. So M plus K is the answer if you want to go from E to J. That's what you're trying to find. Those of y'all who just pop in, can you tell me, everybody take a pause. We have been blazing for the last 10 questions. Take a pause, go on the website. Tell me what your experience is here. Where's your XP? Remember somebody was, what's her name? Priscilla wanted the points. It's in now. If you check, it's in. Priscilla points, named after the student who wanted to see her progress. So tell me what's your points. This is my lifetime points is 3,000. Please don't let my points be more than your points. You know what? Tonight I'm going to see if I could get a leaderboard up. If I could get a leaderboard up and see who really... Next thing I see Priscilla, 400,000 or some kind of thing. What's your points? 1046. 6,000, 1629. Right. Make sure your points high. That means you're studying plenty. Let's go. UV XR. Whoa, Chloe. I think I'm back. We nearly get a shame incident again just now. First, let me make sure my audio. Is my audio doing what it's supposed to do? I'm back. We are now starting to cook. Please let me be back. But big up Marlene and the points. Big up Marlene. For those who wonder why they saying shame, that's an inside joke. If you don't know, you don't know. You can probably ask them to explain. So XR, we're going like this. This is V, this is half V. This is VU plus half V. So that's XRA. We started back the cooking process. Start back the cooking process here, people. Lock in the elements. So we're going from 6 to 10, including 6 and 10. So, and they're integers. Oh, whoa. Not including 10. It doesn't have the little, the equal thing there. So leave 10 out of this. So 6 to 9. Boom. And Ellie lost more 6 points there. But given that 2 star 3 is equal to 1, and 4 star 7 is equal to 9, A star B may be defined as, so this is, you have to pita this question. You have to plug in the answer or sita this question, right? So try this. Is 6 by 2 minus 3, 1? No way. I can just watch that and see. So this is not it. So that's not it. If I plug in 2 here, is 2 squared 4 minus 3 equal 1? It is. Now let's try this. Is 4 squared 16 minus 7 equal 9? It also is. So the answer is B. You all understand what I did there? Everybody catch that? So you're going to use these examples here to double check this. This topic is called binary operators, but it's a special case in binary operators. Each student has at most 1 pet. So it means nobody has 2 pets. So this means there's no intersection. Scenarios like this is what we're looking for, which is D. They are disjoint. That is called disjoint. We cooking. The pot is bubbling. So a trapezium has size x minus 4. Here is x squared. Hang on. This diagram looking sus. Everything here looking sus. Has the size of length. This should be 2. So tentatively 2, right? And the height is h. Its area is x squared. So I'm saying that this could be tentatively 2 unless there's a mistake. Let's see if there's a mistake. X minus 4. So the area of a trapezium is half the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by height. So half x, should I put x here? Seeing x squared in it. Seeing x squared. So I'm going to put x. This could be a mistake. This should probably be x. X by x, half the sum of the parallel sides. X by x plus. Let's try the 2. What do you think? It's supposed to be 2 or it's supposed to be x? Those of y'all who know it. I don't know whether it's supposed to be 2 or x. Let me try 2 first. So sum of the parallel sides, x minus 4, and then multiply by the height. That's what the area is. But it's told me that the area is x squared. So that's what you do for this question. You use the formula for the area of a trapezium. Area is equal to half the sum of the parallel sides by height. Everybody lock in. Some people in the past, they're still talking about shape. So so this is x squared is equal to x minus 2 over 2 by h. We're trying to get h the subject of the formula. So the 2 will come up and be 2x squared. So I'm using this as 2 by the way. So this needs to change to 2. 2x squared is equal to x minus h, x minus 2, h. And A is the answer straight up. We get the 2x squared over the x minus 2 one time. So h. So I get the correct answer, but they use x. We're losing momentum. We're losing momentum. All right, guys, so I'll double check this question whether it's x or 2, but it's supposed to be 2x squared over x minus 2 as your answer. What did I do? Half the sum of the parallel sides, 2 minus 4, x minus 2 over 2 bring across the 2. Strange enough, it worked out to be the same thing. 2x minus 2 divided by 2, x minus 2. So you get the same thing. Very strange. Very strange. Next. Althea, Bob and Chris collect shells. Let's move. Althea had, oh, just now I needed to make a note of that question for the future. Let's make a note of that right here. Back to cooking. Back to the pot now, ladies and gents. Let's get back in this. Althea, Bob, and Chris collects shells. Althea has P shells. And Bob has twice as many, so 2P. And Chris has 4 more than the total number of shells that both. So P plus 2P is 3P plus 4 plus 4. So that's what Chris have. All together, so Althea has P, Bob has 2 times as much. Chris has 4 more than the total number of Althea and Bob, right? So this is Chris, this is Bob, and this is Althea. What kind of tanty name is Althea? Sorry, if your name Althea. Sorry. So 2P, 3P, 3P, 6P. 6P plus 4. Not there. So maybe take out a 3. Or take out a 2. 2 into 3P plus 2. Factor out. Yeah, so D. D is the answer. Cooking. Yes, sir. The square root of 191, so we have 14 squared is 196. 13 squared is 169. So in between 13 and 14. Cooking. Repeat. Area is y squared and is equal to 2 times x minus 4. So this one is 2. 2 times x minus 4. What I want? Write an equation that may be used to find y. A rectangle has a length y minus 4. Oh geez, y minus 4. So this should be y to be fixed as well. But yeah, the answer is A, right? Answer is A. Zach need a timeout. Zach getting on bad. Zach one by. Anytime this live start to reach above 500, it always has somebody. These Zachs. Zach is be the problem, man. What Zach say? Zach need to touch grass? Zach, you getting on bad in the people them live, boy? Just now, I gotta go and sort out Zach just now. Right, do this question once I go and sort out Zach. Zach, where, boy? Zach, say something. Say something there, Zachy. All right, let me just do. A quick thing here. Right, we should be good to go there. Back in the mix. Zach, don't bring shame upon the nation, man. Zach, you make my chat sticking, and I like to see my chat be showing fresh all the time. I'm just going to reset this. Coming back in now. Back. Zach. You behaving now, boy, Zachy? Alright, so what's the answer y'all get for this? A. Q is a subset of P, is it? 6, 9, 12, yeah? A is good. Q belongs in P is a proper subset. Let's go. 722 people in the live. We studying what percentage of 8? Well, we're just going to put the 8 over 40 and multiply by 100 over 1. And that's like 1/5. 1/5 as a percent is 20%. So just B and move on with your life. Let's go. A company, I think this number was 17 or some kind of thing. We do this a million zillion times. A company employs 20 persons. I think this was a very long question, so let me do it out again for those who haven't been studying. 20 persons as Ghana's the mean daily wage of all employees is 22. So 20 persons, so 20 by 22. So I'll need to find the total. I just sensing it already. So let me just go ahead and find the total here. So 2 by everything is 4, 4.8, and then I need to throw in that 0. So this will shift around. So the answer is 448. So this is how much money on everybody daily. If each of the gardeners paid 12, if each of the 12 gardeners 26, so let's do 12 by 26. Sure, let's do 26 by 12. 26 by 12, you'll have 26 and 52 and 2, 1, 1, 3, 312. And I need to subtract now. Then the daily amount paid to each of the 8. So you want it by 1. So you're saying it's 448 minus 312. And we get 631, 136. And then I divide this by 8. So 136 divided by 8. 8 goes into this 1 time. Remainder 5 and 8 goes into this 7 times. So the answer was 17 indeed. So 17 indeed. You'll catch all these steps. This is steps for the total. This is the steps for gardeners, and this is the amount for clerks. And then I divide by 8 to find for 1 clerk, and then you get 17. Cooking. Let's go. Let's go. Careful with this question. They're usually looking for the major, but they could look for the minor too. Excuse me. So a circle center O is divided into a minor sector of central angle 60 degrees and a major sector. The area of the major sector is 515 centimeters squared, then the area of the circle in cm squared is alive right now. Sorry for the background noise and thing, and it is a busy house. 3 sons, the major and the young. The major sector is this 515, then the area of the circle had to be a little bigger. Is one out of these two. It's got to be a little bigger. Well, 515 here represents 5/6 of the circle. So 5/6 of the circle represents 515. So how much will 6/6 of the circle be? The whole will be, you just multiply by reciprocal. 515 multiply by the reciprocal. 5 into this one and 5 into this 103 and 6, and you get the 3 and the 18. So we're looking at 618. Catch it? Everybody catch the flow for that question? I know this is 5/6 of the circle because this is 300 degrees and this is 60 degrees. And 300 over 360 is 5/6. 60 could go into 360 6 times. So that's how I quickly figured out that is 5/6 of the circle. D. Cooking. The pot is on fire. At least the stove is on fire. The pot is bubbling. A straight line, but the gradient of this line, well, let's see. You went across 1 and you go up a half. So the gradient of this line is a half, positive a half. You went across 1 again and you went up a next half. Or you went across 2 but you only went up 1. So the gradient is a half. Or you could work it out the long way, changing y over changing x, but who have time for that when you understand what gradient means? So if, right, this one is a little tricky, but because you want the number of, let's see if I can do a Venn diagram method here. I've been doing the formula a lot recently. I'm trying to pull out some Venn diagram methods here. So this is A, this is B, and these are these types of Venn diagram where they give you the number of, no, you can't use a calculator in this exam. So the number in U, the universal set is 25, the number in U, and number in A is 14, so that represents this whole thing here. That's why I write it like that. The number in B is 15, and the number in A intersect B is 6. Well, should I tell me that first? So this is 6, so therefore I could take away 6 from 14 and get 8 here. You'll understand why I just do 8 plus 6 make back my 14. And I can take away 6 from the 15 and get 9 here. 9 and 6 make back my 15. So now I have my numbers here really done, really well done. And then you want how much on the outside? Number of L in A union B. Priscilla, how much is the XP right now? Look XP boss here. Priscilla, this one that deal. Big up yourself, Priscilla. Now your name forever etched in the archives. You can show your grandkids this. Anyway, back to the book. So 20, what is this? 9, 6, and 8, and you minus it from 25. Okay, 9, 6, and 8 is 9 and 8 is 17, and 6 is 23. So 25 minus 23 is 2. 2. Or Zach come back again. So this is 2. So what does complement mean? Complement mean outside of. I have a nice example for this. Like you see how Zach getting on right now? This is timing. This set is called timing. And everyone is, let's call that set T for timing, could be in timing. So the number of everyone is in timing, except Zach. Zach is a member of T complement, out of timing. Zach here. Come back in timing, Zach. Come back in timing. All right. by the inclusion, exclusion, blah 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 blah. This is the sets rule that everyone should know. Keep in mind that this could swap around. I have real videos up with the sets rule, the sets formula, but I showed you how to do it just now using a Venn diagram method, right? I have had some Zacks in the past, I've had some Zacks in the past. There's a fella who used to get real trouble back in 2019. And my boy doing a degree in a university in Atlanta. When I went in Atlanta, my boy gave me a whole tour of the university and thing, and he was like, "Sir, sorry, I used to get real trouble back in the days." And so, Zach, your time will come. Zach, your time will come. I know you're paying attention deep down. I know this is your way of expressing your love, Zach. These students and teachers, May's class are either, all right, this one can be different, so like pay attention. All the students who have a cat also have a dog. So this is the subset version. This is the one where it's inside. This is the one where it's inside. So I tell you that story already. Well, that's a repeat story. So good. Boom. C cats in D. What's his name, boy? Can't remember the man's name, boy. I have a picture of him up on my Instagram. Always remember that fella. The values of x squared y is equal to 4x minus x squared intersects y is equal to 0. So y is equal to 0 is the x-axis. That's another name for the x-axis, folks. Y is equal to 0 is the official birth certificate name of the x-axis. In case you didn't know, now you know. On x-axis birth certificate here, y equal to 0. It's just your friends and things call him x-axis. So this is 0 and 4. 0 and 4 are the values of x, so that's what we're looking for. 3 marks if you ask me. You don't get better than that. You don't get better than that. The first 3 common multiples of 3, 4, and 6 are 12. And let's do the multiples of 12. 12, 24, 36, and you're cooking like that. 12, 24, 36. Cook. You find the LCM and you just multiple out the LCM. What is the least you should get in paper 1? If you've been grinding this website and you do all 513, if they continue the same way they always doing all the paper ones, I don't see why you should get under like 58 out of 60, bro. And even if you do all of this and they don't repeat by your studying, I'm not accepting anything less than 55 out of 60. You had to kill it. You had to mash it up. And which of the following Venn diagrams is P intersect Q complement shaded? Zach, you remember what this means? So outside of Q intersect P. Outside, well, you notice we have some issues with the diagram and the OCR here, but we'll call this P and we'll call this Q. Let me just make a note of this one. We fixed most of them, but 1 or 2 of them sneaking out the cracks. Let me just clear. But what is the answer you all think you're looking at in a situation like this? What is the answer you think we're looking at? So let me just show you. If this is P and this is Q, P would be, if this is P and this is Q, right? This is P. But it must intersect outside of Q at the same time. So I can't have this piece here. So I'm looking for this. This is what I'm looking for. A, this one here, B. So this question has some issues with it, real issues. Sir, somebody saying sir. Just say what you have to say now. You don't need to say sir. Just say what you have to say. Where's the website? People asking what's the name of the website? KevinSpringer.com. This thing here is called the let's call this computer people the link, the HTML link. That means that's the website right here. You just copy that. KevinSpringer.com, people just search KevinSpringer.com. An arrow diagram, best search here, blah blah blah, which of the they use the wrong arrow diagram here. But this is a 1-to-1 function. 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 3 to 6, 4 to 7. This is a 1-to-1 function, but there's an issue in this one. Let me skip this one. I will show you how to solve it for both of them. So watch this, everybody. I'll show you how to solve it for both of them. Yeah, so this one is y is equal. Remember, I did this already in the April lives. So y is equal to x plus 3. It keeps adding 3. So this is a real straightforward one. Just watch out. I think there's 2 ways it came. There's one way it came in reverse and one way it came this way, right? So it's just a linear equation. Yeah, you treat it like this is a linear equation. And this one is the same thing. They just use the wrong numbers. Y is equal to x plus 3, right? It hallucinates. So cool. Let me just bring up the next question. Why I make note of this piece of naughtiness going on here. Bring up the next question. Everybody get into the next question. What's the answer for this? You're supposed to know this question on site. Yeah, supposed to know this question on site. This is 2 scale factor 2. It's enlargement scale factor 2. But make sure to read it, right? Make sure to read it properly. Because you never know if they switch it the other way. What you're looking out for is to see if they switch the A's the other way. Or if it's actually not 2 times or 3 times as big. Or if they flip it over like this. Then it's -2. If it goes down like this. If it went this way, it's a half, not negative a half, it's just a half. Plenty of people just think negative a half. It's just a half if it's reduced. So this is a repeat, we're looking for the -9 here. Because 3 times -3 is -9, and none of them have that. So A, cooking. This is one of the most repeated geometry questions for parallel lines, and these angles are called alternate angles, and they are equal. X is equal to Y, or P is equal to Q, depends on what they decide to call it, what time of the day it is. So this is not P and Q, it's X and Y in this case, but P is equal to Q if it was P and Q. There are a few ways. Sometimes they name the thing differently. Look at this one is X and Y, so X is equal to Y here again. Cooking. On a shopping bill, 40.5, the amount paid for VAT charge at 8%. 8%. Oh, they actually just want the VAT. They just want 8% of this. I think they want everything. The word amount here is a giveaway. So the fact that they use the word amount paid for VAT, for the amount paid for whatever, VAT charge at 8%. So it's a little sus. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little sus. But I think they want the whole thing. The amount paid for VAT. I don't know. What are you feeling? On a shopping bill with a subtotal of $40.50, the amount paid for VAT. The amount paid for VAT charge. This question could go either way. It could go either way. It could either be they want the VAT or they want the amount. Let me see what the answers say. They want the VAT. So what's your wording of the question? And I can't say for sure the amount paid the VAT for VAT charge at. I will go with the VAT. I'll go with what they have here, the B. I'll go with the B. All right, I'll go with the B. The English in this is and the use of the word amount kind of sus, but I'll go with B. The point where line AB cross the horizontal axis, that's this part here, and that's known as the point 30. Why I take so long to say 30? Boy? Short circuit the AB, yeah, so 30 cooking. The A train, boy, which of the following represents a function? A again. Hold on. A linear function. Oh, because I'm not going to say all of these are functions. All of these are functions. This isn't a linear function because this isn't a function. Vertical lines are not functions. Let's see if we get an next A again. Some of these questions suspiciously A all the time. If the average speed was 625, oh, this was the question where you had to do some working, boy. All right, so distance and speed by time. Speed by time, what I want, the distance. Speed is distance over time. So speed is 625 kilometers per hour, so I need hours. I need this in hours. Oh, yeah, 10 hours. So 2300 hours to 24, that's 1 hour, which is midnight. And from here to 3 is another 3 hours, so that's 4 hours. So I just multiply 6 4s. And then the extra 4 by this is 100. So A. Another A, boy. Another banger. Another A. Just now, let me double check something feeling suspicious. 625 kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour. The hours cancel. 4 hours. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, boy. Nothing is suspicious. Go brave. 2500. So velocity by time or speed by time, 625 times 4 is 2500. A train. What is the value of the 6/600ths? No, sorry. They tricked me. Last time it was 6/100. This time it's 6/10. Not the A train. They nearly catch me there, boy. All right. The maximum point, they use back this graph again. The maximum point will be 2, 4. Over here, sir. That's the maximum, 2, 4. Everybody press like. If you haven't yet, post the picture that I take when I pose just now. Post your picture on Instagram and TikTok. Get everybody on this. Let's see if we can make the 1000. Let's see if we can make the 1000. 2, 4. Cooking. Students pick from random from the group. So I'm looking at the whole group, the whole 200. What is the probability that the student is a male who travels to school by a taxi? Male who travel to school by a taxi. So only 50 males travel by taxi. So 50 out of 200. A train. The A train again. I need to double check that my answers weren't switched up. I did some stats on CXC and I realized that back in the days we used to say that the most popular answer was C. But it seems for a lot of subjects the most popular answer is A for some reason. In standard notation, 208 is written as bring this across times 10 to the negative 2. Oh my gosh, this is the same mistake I make 4 days ago whenever. I was like, decimal point moving this way negative. I don't know. I just instinctively do that. Obviously, this is a bigger number, right? So this would be positive 2. C. I get addicted to the A train and the A train throw me off there, boy. When twice a certain number is subtracted from 7, 2 times a certain number is subtracted from 7 and multiplied by 3, the answer is 33. This one's slightly different. I thought it was a different number originally. So if I divide by 3, I will get 11 on this side and 7 minus 2x on this side. If I bring across the 7, I will get 11 minus 7. Yeah, which is 4. And if I bring across the 2, I will get negative 2. 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. But let's double check. When twice a certain number, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, is subtracted from 7, negative 4 plus 7, because you subtract it, switch to positive 11, and multiply by 3, you get 33. Makes sense? So the answer is negative 2. Let's go. And this is a slide, a translation represented by careful. This is the A. This is the A complement. So you're going to, is that it? Last time they switch up this on me and trap me. So A complement. All right, so you're going to go backwards. Hold on, let me make sure. A, B, C to A. Right, good. So you're going to go backwards 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 3. A. Cooking. Let's go. A line L is parallel to the line there. What is the gradient of the line L? So we're going to just rearrange this solely. Negative 5y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. We don't care about the 8. We brought across the 2x, bring across the 5. So you get y is negative 2 over negative 5x plus 8 over negative 5. We don't care about the 8 over negative 5. Really concerned about this. This is really 2/5. So if it's parallel, it has to be the same 2/5. Has to be the same 2/5. Finally, the A train is being broken up and the answer is C. Let's just double check in my mind. Yes, sir. So the answer is C. It's parallel, so it has to have the same gradient, 2x over 2. Let's go, let's go. If P star Q, this one is just a simple 5 cubed minus 2 squared. The square root of 5 cubed minus 2 squared, so the square root of 125 minus 4, the square root of 121 is 11. This one is straightforward. We did the double one earlier where there was 2 stars involved. The value of t is equal to simple interest times 100 divided by the other two things, principal by rate. Simple interest is 120. This is the simple interest. Don't get chain up there. Times 100. The simple interest on blah, 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 blah is 120. The simple interest is 120. Don't get chain up. P 600 times 5. We have that written right here as back to the A train. Back to the A train. Let's go. The point where a linear function crosses the horizontal axis is known as the x-intercept. The equation of the axis of symmetry of this, so y is equal to 4 x into 4. I want to say by x into 4 minus x. Yeah. So this is going to be at 0 and at 4. So 0 at 4. So either x is 0 or x is 4 and it's negative. So this is the curve that they're talking about, 0, 4. So the axis of symmetry will be in between the 0 and 4, which will be 2. So is the line x equal 2. Back on the A train, ladies and gents, back on the A train. Now they can always mix up these answers, right? So don't go and think in the exam all of them is A. Stop that. Stop that right now. So next, XR, RW, RW, RW. Let's go. And this is half V minus u backwards, because you had to go backwards, right? U is this way. So half a minus ua. Back on the a train. And which one is best illustrates a function? Not a function, splits at the input. Not a function, splits at the input. Not a function, splits at the input. Function, there's no splitting at the input. D. Using the Venn diagram, how many students play both games? Just Paul and Rema, that's 2. A train. How many students play either hockey or volleyball, but not both? 5 and 4. That's these two numbers on the outside here. He plays volleyball alone. They play hockey alone. So 5 and 4 is 9. C, get a little play there. Well done, C. The area of a triangle 60 cm squared and its height is 10. What is the length of its base? So this is 60 centimeters squared. This is 10. 10 into 60 is 6, but it should be 12. It should be 12 by 10 makes 120, but then you have to divide by 2 because remember it's base by height divided by 2. So that's how I know not to just jump to 6 one time. It's base by height divided by 2, so the answer is B. Yeah, and you can rearrange the formula for a triangle to figure it out. We at a nice speed here, we clocking, e.g. this is the MK question that you're probably going to get, so this is M plus K, and this time it's in D. Which of the following pairs of sets is an example of disjoint, meaning that they don't intercept? There's no vowels that are consonants. That's sometimes why it makes this there. What about the number 6? 6 is a multiple of both prime numbers and odd numbers. Yeah, most prime numbers are odd. Caribbean islands, tropical places. Yeah, Caribbean is tropics. So the answer is E. Disjoint. And a line perpendicular, what is the gradient? So we're going to rearrange this. A quick way to rearrange this is to just bring across the y. So 2x minus 8 is equal to y. So I can see this is the mx plus c. The gradient is 2. So the gradient of a line perpendicular to that, you're going to have to flip the 2 and then flip the sign. So this one gets to be negative a half. Are we cooking, ladies and gents? Are we cooking? We're blazing through these questions. How do you get XP? Just by doing the questions, you get XP. If you do it right, you get like, what is it? Correct answer, 10 XP. Wrong, 3. 3 in a row, 5 in a row, 10 in a row, a perfect session. So, therefore, the people with a lot of XP is because they've been grinding. So, if somebody had 5,000, that was real killing it. If A and B, this is found on coinspringer.com. If A and B are two finite sets such as number in A, blah, 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 blah. We do this already, ain't? Daddy. What's up? What are you doing? You good? Playing mommy. You're playing it, mommy? All right. So, what I want? Number of elements. Hey, let's draw it out. Let's draw it out and have some fun. So, the number of elements in A intersect B was given as 4. The number of elements in A is 9. So I'm going to put 5 here. You all okay with that? I'm going to put 5 here because 5 and 4 would make back the 9. And all together it's supposed to be 15. So if I know it's supposed to be 15 and I have 9 so far, then this has to be 6. Class, are we cooking? Are we cooking, class? So 6 is not the answer. 6 is not the answer. They want the number of elements in B. So it's going to be 4 and 6 is 10. Sandwiches. Next question, 5p, boom, we do this yesterday. So 5 by 8 is 40 and 4 by 10 is 40. So that's why p has to be 8. And once you get that 8, you get the 16 one time for the other one. Cooking. How many students play cricket or football? Cricket or football. So this is 90 degrees. This one was a kind of take a little while to do, boy. This is not 36. This is 36 degrees. This one is not 30 degrees. This is 30%. So... oh boy, it had to be so difficult with this question, right? So cross. 3 times 36 is 108 degrees. So this was 108 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So what are you trying to find? How many students play cricket or football? Have a few ways to do this way. What's the best way to do this way? Generally, I know best way, all the way is taking time. So 108 plus 36 is 144. 144 degrees for tennis and basketball. So I'll just go ahead and find what 144 over 360 multiply with 720 means, or I could subtract and get the answer one time. Let's do it this way. And cross, sorry, this will just go into this 2 times. And 2 times that is 288. And then I just say 720 minus 288. And that should be the answer there. I should get 2 at the end, so I'm looking at you. There we go. There we go. Or I could add up these two and get 216 out of 360 and get 432. Yeah, boy. So 432. A lot of you all have seen that answer earlier. Another pie chart. Mathematics looking like 90 degrees. Quarter here, they say so. 12 hours studying, a quarter of 12 is 3. Is that what they want? Yeah, we back to easy days. We back to the good times. Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all feeling about the exam in the morning? Y'all ready? This is 82 questions done so far in 1 hour. If the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, then the polygon is a... Is this the one? Is this the one? The sum of the interior angles is 4. Now, there's a quadrilateral too. 4 right angles are quadrilateral. There's one where it's not a quadrilateral is the answer. The distance d that an elastic string is stretched by hanging an object m varies. What Hooke's law doing in this, boy? Force is equal to Ke, boy. If varies directly. If 5, how far will 29? Whoa! This is Hooke's law, but you could use it from a maths perspective because they're using mass, not force, and distance. And it says stretches the string, so they didn't bother with the original thing. So we're just going to say 5 is equal to some constant by 31, right? Everybody okay there? So K is equal to 5 over 31. That's the constant. This is a hallucinated question. Have to be. This is a hallucinated question. This came in 2025. I don't know. No, none of you. All the questions are supposed to be double checked. If this came, this is crazy. This is insane. This is Sparta. So how far will 29? So we're saying M is equal to Ke, or K, the length then. So M here is 29 is equal to K. K is 5 over 31. And this length is what we're trying to find. So the length is going to be 29, and you multiply by 31 over 5, the reciprocal, you bring it across. And let's do some approximation, my guy. 5 into 29 is like 6, and 6 by 31 is like 180. So the answer has to be D. So it's an approximation we'll use. So that's why I expected to do this question. Use approximation. You all understand that? So you can't use your calculator. So I just use approximation. Watch the last how I speed up. I didn't let that hot up my head, and I just say 5 going into this about 6 times. Because it's like 30, and 6 by 30 is 180. So 180, good enough. Good enough. And that's how I went with it. So for those of you who don't understand this topic, just to maybe help refresh your memory, you normally see it in a table like this. 5 results in 31. This is the length. Or maybe you saw X and Y here in your table. And then you're trying to figure out 29, and you're trying to figure out this value here, and they might call this M. And you remember these kind of questions, variation questions. So what you were supposed to do is find the K, the constant of proportionality. So that's what I did. Y varies directly. So it varies directly with X, or M varies. Sorry, I have it back to front, right? I should already call this Y and this X. So M varies directly with L. So M is equal to KL. And then I substitute the known values, 5 and 31, to get K. I brought across the 31 one time. So K is 5 over 31. And then I use back the known values. You see, 31 over 5. I use back the known values to solve for M. In other words, you just need to multiply by 6.2, or approximately 6. 6 by 29. Very nice question, actually, because it tests your approximation skills. Hey, bad chat. So we had 837 people. Press like. Let's run up the like. A bar chart shows the somebody say it may look simple, sir, but trust me, it isn't. It is. It's not that bad after all. I do so much of these questions, I just know the answer often. Josie, where's he seen, Josie? Try to be like Josie people. With the bar, how many students take part? So this is going to be this is going to be 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1, 15. 5, 5, 5, 15. So B, cooking. Let's go. 0 goes in there, 1 goes in there, 2 goes in there, 3 goes in there. And we see what you get. If 0 go in there, just get 3. What different here, boy? I had to check all. If 1 goes in here, you get 4. So it's one out of these two. What different between 1 squared plus 3 is 4. If 2 goes in here, 2 squared, 4 plus 3 is 7. So D, cooking with D. So you double check which goes for each. 3x squared times 2x squared, so you're multiplying, not adding. If it was 3x squared, watch out there. If they bring 3x squared plus 2x squared, x cubed, this one is different. You can't do anything. If they bring 3x squared plus 2x squared, then you would say it's 5x squared. But in this case, you're multiplying, and this one is actually x cubed. So 3 by 2 is 6. X squared by x cubed is x to the power of 5. You add the powers. So 6x to the power of 5. Back on the A train. Let's go. Shows a reflection in the x-axis. Let's see if all of these are fixed. You know, one of them was given trouble. So this is reflection in the x. Let's go. Minor arc, blah, 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 blah. Major sector is 115.5 and a minor arc. The diameter of the circle. Was this the question that requires a bunch of calculation you're getting through there, brother? Yeah, all right, let go. The diameter of the circle in centimeters is this question is slowing you down. Why you see this question in the exam? This here to slow down the cooking process. Way. Oh gosh, this is like you need a pressure cooker for this question. It's a major sector of area, so pi r squared. What we want? The diameter of the circle. Fine. So pi r squared is equal to 115.5. Not quite. It's 3/4 of pi r squared, right? Because it's the major sector. So I'm trying to figure out r. This question is so horrible, boy. Use pi as 22 over 7. So 22 over 7 r squared. This question is slowing down a big man, boy. 4 times 15. 4 15 that's 60. 4 times that 2, 62. 62. So 462 divided by 3. And then r squared is equal to 462 divided by 3. Every time I do this question, I just get vexed. Right now, my anger just going up. 4 divided by 3. I still have a 22 over 7 here, right? Let's keep the 22 over 7 there. So I just bring it across the 3 now. I merge the 4 into this and bring it across the 3 one time. So I get 1, 5, 4. And now I need to divide by 22. And then I need to multiply by 7. So I think the first time I did this, I wasn't too sure. So I was testing it out. I was like 22 times 7 or something. 22 times 7. 7 2s are 14, and you bring across the 1, and 7 2s are 14 plus 1, 154. So 22 will go into this 14 times. So I know this is r squared is equal to 22 will go into this 7 times. 7. And then I have to bring back over the 7. So 7 times 7. And if r squared is 7 times 7, r is just 7. But the answer is not 7. You think it's done after all that work. But the answer is actually 14 because they wanted the diameter. So I'll just learn off this question just in case. Because this is one star stress. Stress. Because there a faster way to do it. Bring across the 4 by the 3. Divide by 22 over 7. End up multiply by 7 over 22. Get 7 7s. But the diameter is what I want. Peace. Yeah, I used 3/4 because they wanted the major sector. So the answer is 14 for this question, not 7. Okay, back to cooking. So the matrix A maps the points, the values of A and B. So this is not too bad. These are the kind of delicacies that we are accustomed whipping up over on this parts. So 2 by 2 is 4 plus A by 5 is 5. A is equal to -1. So if I make this A -1, this will take -5 and I will get the answer. So -1. A is -1, so it's one out of these two. And B minus, 2 by B minus, hold on, did I do the writing? 2A5, yeah. 2 by B minus 10 must be equal to 2. So 2 times some number, 6. 2, 6 minus 6. So straight 6. C. The answer is C. 2 by 6. So you all see how I figure them out, right? When I reach this stage, I just use the answer to plug it in it a little faster. I could always put a little small asterisk and know how to come back and check the working thoroughly if I'm not confident about it. Because sometimes doing it in your mind can end up, hey, I'm not getting tricked with this stupid question again, but you bring across the point 2, and then right, good. I keep putting -2 in this question. Like embarrassing and not good for my reputation. How many kilograms are there in 1 ton? 1,000. Let's go. A man earns $8. I tell you how much time I tried to get rid of this slash. And time it had dollars and I wasn't thinking the slash sneaking up. Up to hold on. This was the $8 per hour. This was the sus question. Was this the sus question? A man, $8 per hour up to 40 hours. With overtime at twice the regular, so 16 per hour. That's what I was saying, 16 per hour. If you was paid 480, so 8 times 40 is 320. So overtime wage is going to be 480 minus 320, 160. And overtime rate is 16, so it's just 160 divided by 16 is 10. So I hope that's straightforward there. 16 hours, 10 hours, right? 160. So this was per hour, but they should have put per hour, another slash. I hate that slash. The sum of two numbers is 140. If one number is 10 less than is 2 times the other, then how are we doing this again? You can see it, you know. Well, let me show you how we can do this. One number is 10 less than 2 times the other. So one number is x and is the sum, and the other number is 10 less than 2 times the number. That's how we do it. This is one number and the other number is 10 less than 2 times the other. And this is equal to 140. Everybody understand the little ninja maths there? Sorry, what are we doing? This is 3x minus 10 is equal to 130. So 3x is equal to, sorry, not 130, 140 is equal to 150 when you bring across the 10. Then x is equal to 150 divided by 3. So x is equal to 50. That's one number. The other number is 2 times, well, this is the only number at 50. So 2 times 50 minus 10, so the other number is, we're back on the A train there. You'll understand that? So this is the premise that you'll do, and you run off the question like that. Let's go. This is P. The shaded region is P complement. Zach, your time to shine again, my brother. Wait. The shaded region represents straight P complement. What are they doing? P union, P outside of P and Q. No, this is straight P complement. Something wrong with this. P union Q complement, P union Q. Everything in P, everything in P intersect Q complement. No. Outside of P and Q, none of these work. No answer is totally correct here. So there's an error in this question. Error in the question. Error in the answer. This is just straight P complement, right? Everybody locking on these. Let me just type it in. So this is the first question that I see have a full error in it. This is just P complement class. So if you get this question in I thought P would be P complement. What you see in here is just straight P complement. So it probably had this answer, or A complement, because I remember there's a question where it's just straight complement. All right, so watch out for this question. None of these answers work. Let me bring up the next answer. Yeah, just P is just P complement alone. There's nothing else. If there was a little bit like this shaded inside, then you could have said outside of we could see in Q or outside of P. Yeah, this is what you'd say if it was like this. So it's in Q or not an or outside of P. As they say, all of this included. D, this is not D. P intersect Q complement. How would this look? P intersect Q complement outside of Q and P. So this would look like this. This one looks like this. So this is P and Q. Yeah. So D is not the closest actually. The answer is P complement, but there's an error in the question. Don't worry. Let's go on. Let's say they ask for the shaded region. What would it look like? What shaded region? What they ask? They did ask for the shaded region. You're right, they did ask for the shaded region. If they ask for the unshaded region, that's just P. The unshaded region is P. This one says P complement intersect Q. P complement intersect Q would be, how to show that way? P complement outside of P and Q would be this, and you would not be allowed to put shade anything else. Everybody understand why all of these other answers can't work? This is how this one would look like. This is just P complement. Why are you not believing me, boy? Believe me. This is just P complement. Okay? Yes, sir. Next question. Wait, did I send it in? We all do this question. Why should I just type up this? All these. All right. What is the gradient of the straight line? Oh, we do this already. -3/2. I'll leave a little easy one here, boy. I'm not getting XP. Dan sold 40. Look, my XP running up. I don't know all the XP now working. Everybody XP is supposed to be working. Big up all the teachers of the student up same way. Yes, don't know. Dan so we did that IT live earlier today. For those who do IT, mark that down and you'll come back and study some IT here. Dan sold 40 concert tickets in, and there's IT on this Cohen Springer side too. Dan sold 40 tickets in 5 days at Apala, each day selling 3 more. What is the ratio of tickets? Well, day 3 we already figure out that day 3 is going to be, hey, I have a highlighter. How the highlighter working? Pretty decent, man. Day 3 is going to be 8. And day 5 is going to be 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 3 is 14. So what is the ratio of 8 to 14? 4 to 7. 4 to 7. We already do this one already, right? Day 3 is going to be 8. We figured that out already. It was 8, 3 less 5, 3 less 2, 3 more 11, 3 more 14. Add up all of this, you get 40. 2 and 8, 5, 11, and 14. Yeah. And you get 40. So we get 4, 7. Now we don't overthink it. Let's keep going. 7 times the product of x and y. This is the product x and y. xy. Product 7 times xy. Cooking. Nice. Value LM. This one was particularly tricky from yesterday. Zach come back. How is see Zach and I go get to see Zach, boy? How long I trying to block Zach? Zach like a ghost. Oh gosh, boy, Zach, boy. Sir, can you please include French and not only Spanish by tonight? It has Spanish multiple choice here? No. And the past papers, what we have? Spanish, no French. How are we treating the Frenchers so boy? Yeah, the Spanish raw papers. We only have one. We are treating them languages, but oh no, guys, did you know I just do that? I think I just reset all my questions. I reset all my questions. Please give me a new question. 100 questions reset. Please give me new questions. Who make me click off of this? The Spanish and French people. I will never put Spanish and French on this website. Let me look back in three rows, 3 by 4. Right, let me go. Wait. All right, well, we get a new question so far, but I mean, we fed up doing these questions, but new for today. I feel we do every possible maths question that have within April and May. Honestly, we probably exhaust the bank. So this is going to be 2.5 meters. Let's go. The VAT, and we just did the VAT. So again, a little refreshers here one time. Axis of symmetry, we got x equal 2 for this. X equal 2 because we had the, that's a repeat. I'm skipping through the repeat real fast. Those of you who are here know the diagram shows, right? So this is not a repeat. Well, it is a repeat, but we didn't do it today. 6 centimeters, 21 centimeters, given that pi is equal to 22 the volume. Is the volume of this by pi r squared by height. So 22 over 7 by 3 squared, which is 9 by height 21. Or whatever. Is that what you want from me? 1, 7, 3 9 is 18. So 22 times 18 is what we're looking for. Who looking like that, eh? You looking like 22 times 18, so? Kind so? I try to guess now. 22 times, it's 3 times 9, 22 times 27, what I have? 3 times 9 is 22 times 27. 22 times 27. Well, why I say 22, 25 squared is 625, so it can't be this. That's a bad guess. C is the answer. So yeah, I was feeling lazy to do the arithmetic. The volume of a cube 10, so this one is simple. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Oh, technical drawing getting hard, I can tell you that. I know about the Spanish and French. Spanish and French, whew. You see, most of these subjects that I add, I can validate it myself and then get an expert, a teacher from the student to just clean it up. Spanish and French, I can't even begin to do anything in French. I know a little bit of Spanish. So 10 by 10 by 10, that's 1,000. So we're going to go with D here. Let's go. A shopping bill shows this, the correct values, P, Q, and T. What? 4 kilograms of flour at unit price, $12.40. At unit price P, so 4 times something is 12.40. 10, I'm looking for 10, 3 10, so it's one out of these two. 2 times something is 360. 2 kilograms at 360 per kilogram is a total 2 kilograms of sugar. Rice at ooh, this is slowing me down. This question is slowing me down. I now understand what's going on in this question. And it's slowing me down real bad. Not happy about this question at all. I'm disgusted. So this is P, this is Q, this is T, right? I'm sure why this question is slowing me down. And this is the unit price here. This is the quantity, and this is your total. So P, we already figured out that P was the unit price is 310 by 4, and that's how we get the 1240. Q was 2 kilograms. Well, 2 of this at 360. I can have it back to front, but they go 2 by 360, 720. And this one, what they tell us for rice? 8 kilograms of rice. They didn't tell us the unit price, they just say 8. So this question is slowing me down because this here blank still. This here blank still. Unnecessary slowdowns. So this is 40.40. You'll understand what I mean? Question just slowing you down for no reason. You don't need to slow me down like this question. And they want the value rise at unit price Q and total T. So the total is different too. So more slowdown because I had to find the T. I had to find the T first. Well, since I already figured out B and D, and I know it has to be B and D, I know that T is 2080. Hack the question there. So I didn't need to add, because I would have had to add up these two and subtract from this. Are you with me? To get this. Because all of this adds up to give me this. So now instead, I already know T because it had to be 2080. They thought they was being slick, but I catch them back there. So this is going to be 2080 for sure. And all I need to do is say 8 into this. And which one looking good? This one, 260. 8 into 2080 could never be 670. It had to be this one. D is the answer. We're smoking. It did slow me down a little bit, but they had many first half. And which of the following polygons is the sum of the measuring equal the sum of the... Alright, so this is quadrilateral. Moving forward with our life, we did that already. Look, this is the question. This is the right answer here. You see how A is the right answer? P complement. You see? Good. I move forward with your life now. Equations of the straight line which passes to the point 0.05 and has a... We're nearing the 1,000. One's in the chat for the 1,000. All right, let's go. The equation of the straight line which passes through the point 0.05 and has a gradient of 4 is 0.5. So 0.5 passes through the point 0.05, so 5. So that means that the y-intercept, and m is 4. So 4, 5. C. Sandwiches. Let's go. The maximum point is 2, 4. Repeat. 2, 4. C. More sandwiches. And all right, we do a million of this last night. So this is 30, this is 60, this is also 30. And we're trying to find zy, yes sir. So you're either gonna say tan 30, which is this, or there are other ways here to work it out, right? So we use tan here. We do a bunch of this last night. So I hope you was here last night or yesterday we did this. 515 and we divide, we get 10 something, 103, and then we multiply back up, and I think we get 618. We did this just now. Repeat. 618. Let's go. We're cooking. 7 times the product of two numbers A and B. This time they decide to use the numbers A and B, so 7AB. More cake, more ice cream being delivered here. How many students play either hockey or volleyball, but not both? So either hockey or volleyball means all of these things, but not both. Sorry. So there's 5 and 4. 9. The outsiders. There we go. This is the inverting the line where you get the y equal to negative x. Are we more than cooking right now? What is more than cooking? What can this be called? 3 times negative 6 minus 2 over 5. And this is negative 20 over 5, so this is negative 4. This is more than cooking. This is fried. We are sizzling the pot. And 4 now in this, so 3 by 4 is here. Want to stop making that noise by big dog bite? So this is going to be 12 minus 2 over 5. So 10 over 5 is 2. So this is more than cooking. This is baking. This is fried. This, yeah. We use the waiters now. We serving. Right now we need tips. The perimeter of the square is 48. What is the area? 48 means that each side here was actually 12. 12, 12, 12. No, it doesn't mean that. Yes, it does mean that. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. What's up? So 12 squared is 144. They're trying to stop we, but we just unstoppable. In a circle with center O, the minor sector has the angle 60 degrees. The corresponding major arc has length 40 centimeters. What is the circumference of the circle in centimeters? What are you trying to say here? This is the corresponding major arc. Oh, this is 40 centimeters. Oh, so this is the same thing. 5/6 of the circle represents 40. So the whole circumference here will be 40 multiplied by 6 over 5. So 8 by 6 is 48. Let's add on a little extra 8. There we go, 48. More cooking again. F of x is equal to 5 minus 2x. What is f inverse of x? Well, we just do the reverse. So this is like minus 2x plus 5. So we add 5 last, so we want to say x minus 5, and then you divide by the negative 2. Shucks, they want f inverse of negative 1. They didn't want to say f inverse, they just want f inverse of 1. So the shortcut is to just put 1 equal to 5 minus 2x. That's a shortcut way to do it. So you bring across the 1 minus 5 is equal to negative 2x. Negative 4 is equal to negative 2. So x has to be 2. X will be negative 4 over negative 2 is 2. Sandwiches, cake, ice cream, everything. Yes, sir. We're serving. The straight line cuts the y-axis at the point 0, negative 2. So let's go looking for that. It's D. If A is this, and B is that, and C is that, so we want negative 2 over 3 to be squared. So this is the same as 4 over 9. Cooking. We have reached the 1K. Big 1Ks in the chat, everybody. Bless up. If the mean of 4 numbers for 8x and 12 is 10, then x is 10. So 10 times 4 is 40. And then we have 40 minus what we have so far. We have 12, 4, and 8. Is this always going to be 16? I think this one is always 16. So 40 minus 24 is 16. This is a popular question from back in the day. So this is 16. You get the mean, you get the total by multiplying the mean by the number. So you know we're going to be knocking between 1,000, top of 1,000 there. Maybe you could still have some more to go. I don't know. At a store, 3 cents per dollar is, whoa, slow down question. Consumer arithmetic is really the worst in a multiple choice, and they be having a calculator, all kind of cents and dollars and things. Lord boy, where is that boy? All right, let me see if 3 cents on every dollar spent is charged as sales tax. How much is paid as sales tax on 3 cents on every dollar? Could I round this off to 200 and just do some kind of semi-demise on this maybe and get through? So maybe this is 5.88. I'm looking real juicy right now. Because I kind of round this up to 200 in my mind. 3 cents on every dollar. So this is 0.03. And you multiply this by 100, you'll get $3. You understand? Yeah, so rounding off is the key with a lot of these weird consumer arithmetic. It will save you some time. So $3, and then that's for 100, and then multiply by 2 to get, so I get $6. So if this was 200, it would be easily $6. So I'm just gonna round off and work it out, people. Round off and work it out. That's what they want you to do. A salesman sells a car for 11,000. He earns commission at 4.5 on the first 1,000. So let's just work out what this would look like. 4.5 on 10,000. So 4.5, if it was 100, it would be 4.5. If it's 1,000, it's going to be 45. If it's 10,000, it's going to be 450. That's what's going on in my mind when I think this. So far we already have 450. So you kind of looking like you already question already because it's too small. 7.5 on the remaining 1,000. So 100 will be 7.5%. 1,000 is going to be 75. So I need to take 75 and add it to 450, and that's going to be B. Let's go. Cooking. Let's go. So I use the best. Yes, man. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. How many students play exactly one game? This is our next way of asking the outsiders, the 5 and the 4s. That's 9. We already worked that out. The values of the y intersects y equals 0. Y equals 0 is our code name for the x-axis. So that's 0, 4. There we go. A train. FG. All right, this time they want the base. So it's going to be a little more, it's going to be a division sign C now, most likely. This is 60, this is 30. So if it's 30, it's like the tan of 30 is the opposite, which we know this time over the adjacent, which we're trying to find the FG. So FG is 25 over tan 30. So the answer in this case is A, right? So A train again, let's go. The surface area of the triangular prism. So ignore that 5. Why that 5 is a distractor? 4. So 6 4s are 24 divided by 2, so 12. So that's the area of this triangle. Half base by height divided by 2. And then you want 12 by 10. 12 by 10 is 1, 2. The surface area, not the volume. Good thing they didn't have a 120 waiting for me there. My points will I get shell off. So 6 by 4 is still 24, and divide by 2 you get 12, but you need to add up all these sides now, boy. All these surfaces. So that's what they try to do here. So this is 12. This is also 12 down in the back there. This face here will be 10 by 5, which is 50, and on the next side will also be an next 50. That's in the back, and then this part on the underneath here will be 6 by. It should be 60, 6 by 10, right? So we need to add up all of these things. 50 and 50 is 160. 160 plus 12 and 12 is 24. So we're looking at a 184. Sometimes I was adding this up and I do some kind of stripping. It's 184, right? I think I'd leave out something when I was doing it in my mind. I'd leave out the extra 50. If you look back at our live, you'll see I leave out that 50 by accident. I talk about it and then I leave it out when I was adding it up. So let's go. M is this M inverse. The inverse would be 1 over the determinant. 2 by 4 is minus 1 by 7. I think we did this recently. So you get 8 minus 1. So the determinant turned out to be 1. So all you really need is the adjoint. So the adjoint will be swap these two and then switch the sign on these two. D. Cooking. The cost of a machine is estimated to be decreasing at the rate of 10% every year. If it currently costs 6,000, what will be the estimated value of the machine after 2 years? Okay, so we just take off 10% and 10%. So you're going to take 6,000 and take off a 10%. All we could do is going to turn into 90% and then another 90%. So maybe this wouldn't be too bad if I do this cross. And 9 times 9 is 81. So I really want 60 times 81. So 86 is a 48. So 480 and 60. And that's, I'm missing out at 60. I'm missing out at 0 somewhere. What gives? Anyhow, you're looking at 5400. What I do? I leave out a 0 somewhere. So let's just make sure I'm not messing up myself here. So 9 9s are 81, 60. So it should be 600. Cross. 9. I'm not seeing it. Where is it? I know the answer is probably this, but I'm not seeing what I do. So 60, where is it? 66,000 times 90% times 90%. If it currently costs 6,000, so 90% of each, 10% of each, 90. Cross. 9 9s are 81. My bad. I don't know. I don't know. So 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 6 is 6. 8 0 is 0. Oh, right. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Maybe I just don't know how to multiply. Maybe that is what it is. 8 by 0 is 0. This 0 should go here. And 8 by 6 is 48. So 4860. Good. So the answer is actually C. I just didn't know how to multiply, my friends. That was what was happening there. I forget how to do basic multiplication. Don't forget how to do basic multiplication in the exam. So LM is what? So OR is 3x minus. I think this was where it reached 2 just now and we back out by accident. And OM, and by we I mean me, 2x plus 3y. So that's this part here, right? OR is this part. So if I want to get the whole thing, I need to multiply this by 2. Agreed? So this is 2 by 3x minus 2y. So this is like 6x minus 4y. So I keep it in mind. That's the whole thing. Because I want LM. And LM will be the reverse of this. Add this. So LM is going to be the reverse of that. Let's put that last. So I'll put 2x plus 3y first. Because I know we're going forward here. And I'm going to minus 6x. And if I reverse this, it will turn negative. This one will turn positive. Plus 4y. That's what I'm looking for. 6x minus 4x minus 3x minus 6x is 4x. Mine looking too fast. 3y plus 4y is 7y. So looking at 7y minus 4x, so minus 4x minus 7y, B is the answer. This is a new question, and this one might pop up again. You can't use calculators in the exam. In this exam, maths multiple choice, no calculators. Given Q is equal to odd numbers, and R is equal to even numbers, and P is equal to prime numbers, so the following set is empty. Well, there are no even odd numbers, so Q intersect R, D. D is empty. There are no even odd numbers. So let's go. This is similar triangle. So although the triangle is looking kind of it drawn so in the exam to kind of lame, the side of the triangle corresponding to 7. This had to be half of that, right? You see everybody cut down by 2, so it'll be 3.5. So B. Similar triangles just work like that. In the triangle PQR, we do this already. This is 180 minus 3x. We did that today. The coordinates of the turning point, we fed up do this. This is going to be 2, 4. And the volume of a cuboid. The volume of a cuboid, this is 5, is 320. Chavi, what are you doing? So the volume is 320. The height is that. The cuboid has a square base. So, well, I made one square base one time. Like I know what's going on here, boy. What's the length of one side of the base? All right, I did not make a square base. I have it the wrong way. This cuboid more like this. So the square is the base here, and this is 5. Are you catch what I'm saying? So this height is 5, but the base is the square. So, in other words, you need to divide 320 by 5 first to find the area of the base. That's how you're going to find A. So A is equal to 320 divided by 5. So 5 will go into 320 how much times? 5 goes into 32, 6, I mean that 264 times. Why 64? 5 into 360 is how much? 72. All right, good. So, all right, so 64 times. So 64 and here's a square. So 64 is good. So you want the side square root of 64 is A. Don't put 64. They want the side. A lot of y'all just jump into the 64 one time. Answer is A, right? A lot of y'all saying D. A. Square root it. You need to get the square root of the 64. Following is empty. There are no even odd numbers. So E intersect O is empty. Let's go. The pilot leaves Trinidad at 23 and arrives next day at 3 in the same time zone. If the average speed was 625, the distance covered was... What was this again? Was it 2,500? Forget what the answer for this was. Was this the A train? So you get 4. Yeah, it was 4 times 625, which is 2,500. Yeah, boom. Let's go. And how many children? This was 15. This answer was 15. Let's go. That's a repeat. We did that today. Salesman sells a car. This one's slightly different. So let's go 5% of 10,000 is 500. So 5% of the 10,000 is 500. So we need 500 plus 8% of 500. So 8%, if I compare it to 100 is 8. So if I compare it to 500, I just multiply by 5. So it's $40, right? So of the 500, the commission is going to be 40. So I just want 500 plus 40. The answer is B this time. 540. 8% of 500 is 40. Let's go. 5% is paid on the cost of the refrigerator. A buyer who pays cash will pay more. And this is the question that didn't work out, and I just say it's more, right? So the answer is D. How are we going, people? Are you ready to stop or do a little more still? More, or what time are you looking at cutting off? 8 o'clock. I know we have other lives, other teachers will be pushing. Some teachers might push longer. I don't know. Keep going. More. They say continue. So continue. A transformation. So this is a rotation 90 degrees, and this is clockwise. 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Oh, this was the one that they say clockwise, so you need to use negative 90. A little tricky little question here, boy. Trickiness. That's not somebody tag me in some kind of something on Facebook. Really going on here. Yes, I does use Facebook. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yes, look at this.
I hear that voice note that student sent me. I posted it on my Instagram and my TikTok. Let's go. We're back at this. Let's use the formula here. We did a lot of non-formula techniques for this. Let's just use some formula and mash up this question. Number in B minus number in A union B. We want intersect. So this one is intersect here, right? So this is 14 plus 15 minus 23. All right, so this is 29 minus 23. So this is 6. These numbers looking different than what I'm accustomed seeing these numbers being, right? 6. Suspicious. YZ. So this is opposite if we deal with this as the 35 here. Whoa, this one might be tricky. 12 tan 35 here. So 12 tan 35. We did this yesterday. That's why I was kind of speeding through the idea here. But if you're unaware of how to do this, you can watch yesterday's live. Is trigonometry. So SOHCAHTOA is just what you're doing over and over here. You can also go and do the questions online and get familiar with them. This is found on coinspringer.com. Let's go. Okay, so this is a correct question here. Correct question. Which expression represents the unshaded region? Everything outside of Q or in P at the same time. So it must be outside of Q or in P, not an in P, or in P. Now, the catch the difference. They always bring in no, this is wrong. So everything outside of Q or in P at the same time. Yeah, so this is correct. What I have, C should be good. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Everybody look at the difference. Look at the difference here. Lock in. Some people who don't know what the shame about think is press shame when if I get it wrong, you press shame or something. No, the shame is about something else. The life at stake. So you put your P and your Q there. Everybody, I want you all to lock in on this. I have to show you all this. P, everything outside of P, union, like let's say everything outside of Q, union P, is this. This is what I would shade. Look carefully now. Outside of Q and in P at the same time would look like this. Notice how I did shade the intersecting region there, right? Now if I have P intersect everything outside of Q, then I can only shade this part here. They're always testing you on these two. So please be careful. If you understand, type I understand. No, this is correct. This is correct. There's an error in the question. We came across a question with an error in it. So this is not P intersect Q thing. This is wrong. So I need to fix this question. I'm gonna fix this one right now. You don't understand? I'm going to repeat it again. Let me just bring up this. I don't wanna reset the live again. Let's bring up our board. Let me show you again. Everybody lock in quick. Lock in quick on this quick sets lessons here. So what I'm saying is, if you have a scenario like this, and this is A, this is B, and let's give numbers this time. Let's say we have 1, 2, 4. Let's use things that make sense. Even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8. And this is 3, 6, 9. You'll understand what happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'll understand what this is. The universal set is numbers from 1. So this is numbers from 1 to 9. There are plenty of ways I can write this in set notation, right? I could use the inequalities that just don't include this 1 to 9 inclusive, and the numbers are integers, something like that. Anything like that you could do. Anyhow, so if I ask you what are the members of A, what would you say? There's two ways in which sets come in the exam. In case you don't know, we speed through the questions and we're doing past papers, but you should know about sets. There are two ways it could come. What are the numbers of A? What are the elements of A? Answer, you all hurry up, we're cooking here too. The answers of A, the elements of A will be 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, if I ask you what is, and I just put this little N here, A, what is that? What does that mean? That means the number of items in A. So the number of items in A will be 4. What would be the number of items in B? Number of items in B would be 3. What about if I ask you what is A intersect B? It's not 1, it's 6. I didn't list the elements, I didn't put the number. But if I put number of A intersect B, some of you all first time you ever heard about this, right? It's 1. Good. Everybody understand? The sets formula says that if I try to find the number of A intersect B, it is actually equal to the number in A plus the number in B, and then I need to subtract the number in A union B. Now, this is an interchangeable formula, meaning I keep telling you this, you could actually write it this way. Put the union here, and you're going to use this formula in the exam, guaranteed. No two ways about it. You have to use this formula. So if you don't know this formula, I don't know what it is you're waiting on. So you could put the union here and the intersect here, and they will give you a question straight up where you just need to plug in that formula and get through. Everybody understand that? Are you ready to cook, right? So what I'm saying is the other types of sets is they could give you diagrams where you have to do a bunch of shading. What is ruler doing on my thing, boy? I'm always getting rid of this ruler. No, press this ruler button, right? They will give you diagrams where you will have to come up like with ideas. How do we represent these regions? So let's say I wanted to shade, let's say I have, all these are A and B, right? We're going to call all of these A and B. And let's say I have shaded everything here. What is shaded, class? How would you write this? How would you write that? That is everything outside of A. So shaded here is A complement. Or if I use in numbers of A complement. But in this case, you could just say A complement. If I have shaded this, it's outside of A. But a little peculiarity, I actually shade this little piece inside A there. What is that? What is that? How do you express that? Or how about if I had this shaded, how would I express this? Everybody know how you'd express this. This is A intersect B. And if you had the whole 2 shaded like this is A union B. How do you express this one? Well, this is everything outside of A, or if it is in B. So if it's in B, I'll shade it. So or is different than and. You're all catching the use of the or, the and. This one is different. This and means intersect. So this is everything outside of A, and at the same time, it must be in B. You see how the difference in these represent 2 different shadings? And what I'm saying, these are the 2 that CXC tests the most. These are the 2 ideas. Rate out of 10, how much y'all understand that? You catch it? So there's a difference between this symbol means or, this symbol means and. Now I keep saying or and, that's like a more advanced way of saying it, a more physicsy advanced way. What we say in maths, in basic maths, we say union and intersect. Union and intersect, but it's the same thing. Same thing I'm talking about. Are you floating? Are you driving a boat on top of the calm ocean right now? I've seen 7s, 9s, 10s. I see a negative sign. I want to mostly see reasonable numbers. So this is what you all need to soak down in terms of sets. It's one of these ideas are going to come tomorrow. All 1,000 of you all here, make sure you learn this. Otherwise, you're just not going to get the set smart. Just learn the thing now, man. So let me go. Next question. Yeah, so did I fix this? Did I tell them that this is wrong? Yeah, I fixed it. Let's go. At a Caribbean party, 15 liters of Moby. Yo, this one is different. A message from the dark side. Firstly, yuck. Who here is drinking more? Rate Moby out of 10, people. Rate Moby out of 10. And if you give an answer more than 5, I don't think you're telling the truth. Now, it has there's different names for Moby in different Caribbean islands, right? So I don't know how to describe it, but it's a juice made from the bark of a tree. Anyhow, each guest has 2 glasses of Moby, and each glass holds 150. Assuming no spillage, how many guests are the party? So this is the question in reverse. They reverse the question here. So each guest has 150 in 2 glasses. So each guest has 300. So we're going to divide 300 by 15. So 15 divided by 300. Cross, 3 into that 50 guests, right? So this is the reversal of the same question. Fresh Moby does lash. Come on, be real. So you see, they just went to buy 10. So let me just go by 10 here now, bro. And don't worry about it. Come on. The equation of a line which passes through the point 0.5 and gradient 4 is gradient 4, 0.5. We do this already, so we're looking at C. And this is the same tree where we're targeting this -3 and it will turn to -9. So A, yes. Sandwiches. A ship sail 8 kilometers due east. 8 kilometers due east. What's the time now? It's 8 o'clock, people. What are you for? The next half an hour. 8 kilometers due east. Hey, I need to take my time on this question. I'll be doing silliness. I went west and it's supposed to be east. So west, east, right? North, thing, boom, south. So the ship sail 8 kilometers due east from P to Q. That's an easterly fashion, if you ask me. It then sailed due north to R, right? So this is 8 and a 6. That's what I'm looking for. Who want to give me that? See? Boom. Let's go. Hey, cumulative frequency. The highest mark scored in the test was U, 60. Next question. A rectangle. So back in the days when it was just mostly me alone, me and Uncle Terry. Me and Uncle Terry alone on YouTube. It had sometimes when the stream reached like 6,000 and thing. That's some killer streams. But now there are lots of online teachers and students watch. So the channel itself gets way more views than I got like 6-7 years ago, but my lives don't really reach the 6,000s and thing again. So a rectangle has x minus 4 and with 2, I can't remember how much you reach. How much did I reach in the same live? How much we had reached there? A couple thousand or something. Its area is x squared m. The equation that may be used to find x is x squared is equal to 2x minus 4. Let's go. A trade. It was on 3,000 in that life. 3,000. In the Venn diagram of two intersecting sets, right? So that's the number, right? So let's see if you can use some of your set skills here, people. This one is for you, not just the brighties who know all the answers. This one is for the struggle team. Anybody else member of the struggle squad? Not me. You need to come out of that struggle squad and the people. Exam is tomorrow. So number of elements in P is 5. Number of elements in Q is 9. 5 and 9 is 14. So the difference here is 4. So I know that there's 4 in this. 1 here. 1 and 4 makes 5. 4 and 5 makes 9. So I get up my 10. Good. And the number of elements in the shaded region, you're supposed to get 4. You're supposed to get 4. B. Catch it? You can just use the sets formula straight here again. And again, I get one of these tomorrow and I hope you're ready. For the same line, what's the answer for this? We do this a million times, right? So just check something here. This has been done a million times. Yeah, so this has been done a million times. Let's go. For the same straight line, AB shown in the previous, what you all have? The equation of AB. So the y-intercept is -2. So I'm looking for -2. Everybody are -2. We didn't do this a million times. Cohen, where did you get that million times idea from? So it went across 3 and went up 2. So went across 3, went up 2. So 2/3. I get 3 over 2. No, 2 over 3. 2 over 3. So 2 over 3x minus 2. There we go. Let's push. You all understand what I just do there, right? I just work out the gradient and the y-intercept in a very careless way. Woo! Let's continue cooking. The circumference of a circle 154 radius is probably 7. It is probably 7. 14. No, it's not 7. It's probably 49. 49 times 3. I'm going to guess. Should I make a guess? Nah, it's not 49. It's half of 49. Had to be half of 49. The diameter, the relationship between the circumference and the diameter. Here, how I'm going to make my guess. Watch this. The diameter is like about 3 times the diameter will give you the circumference. It's a little more than 3. It's pi. So 49 times 3 or 50 times 3. You see in my logic there. So I just need to get half of 49. 24.5 is the answer, boy. Vibes. That is why I just teach maths for a living. So the maximum point of this is 2, 4. We do this a million zillion times. If I see this question one more time. So angle X is at A and angle Y is at C. X, which you're going to check 4 over 8. Sine X, opposite over hypotenuse, sine X. That's a newish question, sine theta. Watch these people mixing up the thing. One time is X, one time is theta, this time is X, I fed up. Sine theta. Anyhow, let's go. A square has the same area as a rectangle. We do this already. It turned out to be 12. 9 16 is 144. Half square root of 144. So we had a rectangle like this, and it was 9 by 16, and 9 by 16 is 144. And if the square is also 144, that means the size was 12. 12 by 12 is 144. Cooking. Ramco. This 7AB. You see this? That's 7 next one. They say some. They catch me. They catch me. They catch me. Let that be a lesson for you. Let that be a lesson for you. In the exam, don't just automatically assume the answer because you read the question 4,000 times. Yeah, I was over speeding there. I break the speed limit. I didn't read the word some. Wait, this is wrong too. 7, the sum of 7 times the number A and the number B. And the number B. So you notice how this one is not 7A plus B. Eh? They didn't say 7 times the sum of A and B. They say the sum of 7 times the number A and the number B. So the answer is C. So careful with that one. Careful with that one. Wow, what a question. What a question. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. The teacher lesson. The area of a rectangle is... All right, so the $1 million question that keep coming over and over and over and over and over again. So you multiply the width up the length of the rectangle by 4, and then you half it down the center there. So you have half and half make 1, half and half make 1. So you have 2 rectangles, so it's 2 times this. So if you multiply this by 2, you're going to get this 100 value there. So 107. We going good? Yeah, it is humble me sometimes. Why? Anytime I start to get out of hand on this channel, something is just... Anytime I'm like, I'm the greatest. immediate humbling. The frequency distribution below shows the masses of children. Hey, the upper limit of the model, we do this already. Model is turned out to be U this time. Between 50 and 51. So wait. Limit. We're not speeding. We learn we lesson. Upper limit. And upper too. So it's 60. Just straight 60 they're looking for. Straight 60s, Alia. Let me share the sandwiches here. Sandwiches. Given that 1 centimeter is this, then 2.5 kilometers is the reverse, 250 centimeters. We just know that's if you're doing CSEC Maths, you must know kilometers, centimeters. Come on. They love that relationship between centimeters and kilometers. CSEC Maths love it. If you're a Form 4 student watching this, learn from Uncle Springs. 600 students. Oh, by the way, if you're a Form 4 student watching this, or even if you're who you are watching this right now, I'm a CXC student going to write the exam tomorrow. See that number that's scrolling below? Record that number. That's the student hub number. When you're ready to do your CAPE, sign up for the student hub classes. Introducing you all to something that you'll see popping up online. Student hub classes will be around 300 TTD. And the price actually dropping to 200 TTD. You'll still be able to get classes for 300 TTD. That's if you want like the teacher to work through your assignments and that kind of thing. But you could still get the teaching for 200 TTD. So we're trying to make it more affordable for everybody to get the extremely high quality education of these students on parents groups across the Caribbean. I've seen a lot of parents saying economy and attention, they can't afford the student hub, so they had to go elsewhere. Nah, afford the student hub, 200 TTD. Right, so that's an easy investment. Those of you all who, if you have been in the student hub this year, say something. If you're a student hubarian, I mean a member of the paid classes in the student hub, which there are plenty of you guys here, say something so the people know it's very good stuff. Student hub, right? Best online class in the region. It's the best in quantity and the best in quality too. So the number of teachers, number of classes, number of variety. And I can say that because I am the director of the student hub. So it comes in a little bias, but it's the best of the best. It's the best of the best. All the teachers, real nice, good top teachers. You saw some of them here working some lives with you all in IT, biology, this, that, the other, right? So the probability of a randomly selected, we're really blessed to have some of those teachers that we have. 600 students sit an exam. The probability of a randomly selected student passing the examination is 4/5. How many students are expected to fail? 1/5 of the 600. So we just need 1/5 of 600 and we're cooking about 120. 120, you can work out mentally, man. 1/5 of 600 is 120. We're back at it. Back at it one time. For every $100 in sales, a salesman earned $10. If the sales for a month was this, how much commission? 10%, so $102. $102. 10%, 10, 1, yeah, $102. Let's go. So a man's basic wage, 40, 160, paid 5. What was this again? I forget. He was paid $5 for over. No, this is different. $5 if you work 6.5 or overtime. Then his wage for the week. That's a reversal. So $5 overtime and 5 by 6.5 is what we're doing. Now this is a little suspicious, because when they teach us overtime, they teach us that you only get paid for every full hour that you work. But it seemed like this question actually wanted you to do the 6.5, which is strange, but we can fight it. So you want 6.5 by 5, which feels like it should be somewhere around 32.5. When you multiply 6.5 by 5, 6 5s are 30. Half of 5 is 2.5, so it's 32.5, right? And we want to take that away from this. No, we want the total wage, then his wage for the week. This is his basic wage, 160. So we're gonna add that to this. So slight reversal, but then they went back straight. So 192. So the answer is D. All right, we just clean off for next 15 minutes again. How much more time will you feel we could push? How much more time will you want to go? We are 1,000 people here. I seen somebody saying they're getting a dread headache right now. Kiss Smurf. 235 times 48.7. Find the value. Now notice how all of them are the same. So this is not asking you to work out this. Don't be crazy. It's asking you to see if the decimal will happen. The decimal point move one this way. And then there are real questions like this. And those of you all who know it are real questions like this. Then it moved 1, 2 to end up here. Wait, it was here 1, 2. So in all it moved 3. So I just need to move this 3. 1, 2, 3 to balance it off. So the answer is A. Real questions like this with the decimal point moving all over the place. You just need to track it. This one a little spooky. This one a little spooky is an inversion. So this -2 here means I'll have to invert. So I can do 3 over 2 and per squared. Come on. Ramco gas. Cooking. Sandwiches. 9 over 4. And here's the answer. D. Understand? So you invert, get rid of the negative sign, invert. You didn't know that trick, eh? If 350 share the ratio 2 to 5 is smaller share, this is 7 shares in total. 7 shares represent 350. So 7 represents 350. So one part would be 350 divided by 7, which is $50. So therefore 2 parts, which is the smaller share, would be 2 times 50, which is $100. And the answer is C. Cooking. That's ratios, fundamental ratios there. So from this, we were able to decipher that we should get -2 over -5 being the gradient, because when this comes across, it turns -2x, and when this comes across, it's -5 over it, right? So if this is the gradient, that represents 2 over 5. That's the current gradient of L. No, of what just happened here? What just happened there? Papa didn't skip. I press save. Oh, I skipped and thing. But y'all, so we got 2 over 5, but the gradient it was parallel, so it also is 2 over 5. Adaptation for people, ladies and gentlemen, another YouTube legend here. I've known Adapts for some years. We have done some collabs. One of the persons I've yet to do a collab with is Terry. But it's just time. It's just time because he's rarely on. So I spoke to Terry this season as well. Shout out Adapt now. You already know Adapt is for AdMaths, maths, and the subject that shall not be named. Accounts. 17. Is it 8? Is it 8? But this is one of the Pythagorean triples. 17 squared is 289. 15 squared is 255. You minus, you get 64. Square root of 64 is 8. Nice vibes. So okay, done yet. Add up. Terry, add up. You coming on my live and telling the people Terry live. I tried to maintain my 1,000 in event diagram MP. Terry's a good one too. So if your learning style is better, with Terry David, jump on Terry David. His style is a little different than mine too. Everybody's style is a little different. So NP is equal to 5, NQ is equal to 9, NP union Q is equal to 10. So this is the sets formula here. I fed up do the sets formula, so let me go back to using a diagram method. So we want the intersection. This is 5, this is 9. 5 and 9 is 14, so I know that this has to be 4 in the middle here. So I'll do 4, 1 to add up to 5, 4 and 5 to add up to 9. So the intersection, anyhow you take it, I already got that the intersection has to be 4. 4. I nearly reached 5,000 XP earlier. The XP climbing. I get some girl on the live on 5,000 XP. Add up. If your students using my channel, my website to do revision, I'm trying to see who are the most XP on the website by. I might put a leaderboard. I got put a leaderboard on it. I'll see if I can do that today. It's going to cost some money, because right now the website's static. I just feed information, but if I have a leaderboard, I need to grab information. Not costing me money. So we do this question a million times. We're looking for that one. The distance around a pond is 88. So 88 meters. As soon as I finish this live, I'm going to try my best to see if I can add a leaderboard in under an hour. I'm going to see if I can whip up a leaderboard in under an hour. Earlier just now, I need to go on the live and deal with somebody. Not my live, one of the bio lives. So you all get the answer for this. Somebody giving Mr. Keely trouble there, boy. Because it's have a Cape live running on my channel right now, and I don't know if you all know that. I'm gonna just go and sort out that day. Oh, it finished. It finished. Zach went and get trouble there. Had to be Zach. It probably was Zach. It probably was Zach. I went on YouTube just now. Is everybody live? I live, Terry live, Leon live, Adab live, I see someone now. That's not I live, Terry live, Leon live. I only seen Terry now, but just now I see 3 people. Is Matt Vibes live too. Leon, Delhi Maths. I see Delhi Maths live. That's Jamaican. So they are real help, bro. I can rock back and go and make the leaderboard. I'm not feeling too bad, man. I rock back just now. The distance around a circular pond is 88 meters. The radius in meters is here. Back to this question. So let's look at the diameter first. Let's look at the radius straight. So the radius, so 2 pi r is equal to 88. What we want? R is 88 over 2 pi. Straight. That's what I want you to do. Let's go. Moving forward. This is a reflection. I find like I don't have the question where they do a rotation, but I have a question where they swap these two. So instead of seeing P there, so R here and you saw P here. Watch out for that one, right? As a rotation. So, but this one is all that we've seen so far is reflection, straight down the line. I think this one was just straight 2x squared. So as I repeat, you can check it back. Let's keep going. When x is negative a half, so let's do this out. So 3, 2, negative a half plus 1, multiply by 1 over 9 and negative a half. Now, negative to get positive, we could just flip this. So this would be 9 to a half, and half means root. So this is like the root of 9. So that's just 3, right? So we sort out that part. 2 will cancel with 2 here. You'll get negative 1 plus 1 is 0. So this is 3 to the power of 0, and anything to the power of 0 is 1. So this is 1 times 3. The answer is A. Boil along real fast, right? Boil along like Baji. Which of the following statement describe the set of integers from negative 3 but less than 6? So not including 6. Not including 6. From negative 3. Well, it's kind of sus. This one little sus. Mean lie. Because from negative 3 kind of insinuating 3 in 3. 3 in 3. Add up your net that even here. From negative 3 insinuates 3 in 3, right? So it technically should be like this. But the best answer by far is D, right? With the absence of that. So from negative 3 doesn't really exclude that endpoint. All right, I'm sending you something there. Add up just now, right? Don't send this to your students. This is for you. Before you make my life crash here, I'm not fighting for my life. Send it. You know, I now see nothing you send me about POB. Yeah, but POB get leaked, boy. POB get leaked. Out of all the exam in the whole thing, they leak POB. F of x is equal to 2x squared minus 1. That's the least leakable exam, if there was an exam to leak. That's the one exam that CXC really make into a monster yet. No, not the one. It have a few, like PE is very easy as well. What do you want? Negative 3. So negative 3 is 9. 2 by 9 minus 1. So 18 minus 1 is 17. See? Cooking. You all know POB Gaelic, a dress which costs $180 is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount is 18 from this. So we just 18. We just want the discount, 10% of that, 18. Let's go. Y'all are going to put on my headphones. Let me see if it changes the quality of the song I'm playing it on, because if Adam come on, I can switch the audio. Yeah, man, what is the answer for this one? Everybody hearing me properly, right? We cooking? Should be cooking. 36% play Scrabble. And 48% play checkers. What percentage play both games? So this is 38, this is 48, and there's nobody on the outside here because everybody play at least one game. So you just need to add up and subtract from 100. So 38, did I put 38 there and it should be 36? 36 plus 48 for 84. So 84 from 100 is 16. And we're going. Excuse me. At the end of any year, a car is worth 5% less than what it is worth at the beginning of the year. If a car is worth $9,500 in December 2016, then its value is 5% less. So we know that the answer is just going to be B. You want to just work out 5% less off of this, right? 5% off of this. Good. Let's go. Compound shape, the volume of the compound shape. Oh, new question, everybody, lock in. So 6 by 6 is 36. 3 by 6 is 3 by 3. Let's just say this is 9. I'm going to add these two together, 9 and 36. So that's 45 is the area, the surface area of this house looking part here. And then 45 by 10, 450. 450. It get blurry. It's not supposed to be blurry. Lock in. 450. Let's go. Add up reach. Where's the scene, bro?
All right, just now, hold on. My audio gone somewhere. I'm trying to find it back. Because
all right.
You know, 1 second. Let's see what you think.
All right.
Aha!
So you good?
Right. Yeah, hear you now.
You got
all right, good.
Normal. So everybody here in that panting, right? Oh, slow down on the last one. Then we go back this last one. This was a new one. I should really take my time. Mm-hmm. So this one is a raise. The amount of repeated question, let's see. Yeah, so the way that I tell them to do this one is just find the whole area of everything and done and multiply by 10 throughout. Rather than finding the area multiply by 10, area multiply by 10. Find the whole surface area here. So 6 by 6 is 36. The area of this triangle is base by height. This is 6. So base by height, 6 by 3 divided by 2. Yeah. So this is 9. And 9 and 36 45. Is 45. And then 45 by 10. And that's how we get the 450 here. Nice. Sandwiches. All right, so what we're doing this one now. What is this going to be? D. So negative 2, the thing we targeting with this one is negative 2 cubed all the time, and it's negative 8. So in CXC, they really try to test you on the cube and the squares. Like you should know that if you say negative 2 squared, you get positive 4. However, negative 2 to the power of 3 is negative 8. The idea is that you're multiplying the number by itself. Yes, it turned positive, but then you're going to turn back negative again on the next pass. So for sure they're testing you on some kind of negative 2 cube something somewhere. Some cube thing going to get tested in multiple choice. One of the repeated ideas. What are we doing for this year, Adam?
Lower boundary of the modal class. And the modal class is the class with the highest frequency attached. The highest frequency is 34. The class, sorry, 38. Wow, yeah. Even with glasses, I can't see it. Yeah, right, 38. And what the lower boundary, right? So 51 is the lower class limit. So 0.5 below is 50.5.
All right, 50.5. Yeah. So it's usually 0.5. You just but if it's like different, like if for some weird reason you're not seeing like 50, 51, you add this one and you divide by 2. And you'll get the thing. So 50.5 cooking. Let's go. Add up that UD.
Under the translation, -2 is the image of -5. Okay, so you could rotate the -5 to a column vector format, and you add the horizontals, you add the vertical. So -5, -2 plus -5 is -7, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So C is the answer.
Hold on, just now. Under the translation, the image of this. Yes, good. There's a deadly question on this where they give you the
the object and the image, and they ask for the translation. I pick up on that one. Somebody a YouTube comment and sir, that one wrong. I'm like, woo. In the group chat one time, I say, hey, I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah, that's a dangerous one. But watch out for that, right, people? Somebody asking, are these real past paper questions? Just know there's good thing. Trust and believe. They're good thing, right? Yeah. Good thing it's up here. Just go on KevinSpringer.com. Are you, by chance, is your name Wayne?
Would it matter?
Are you living in Barbados by chance, near the CXC headquarters? A circle has a center O and a minor arc PQ. Well, this should be PQ, right? OCR. If the circumference of the circle is 15, then the length of the minor arc that's 1/3 of 15. So they actually didn't. They just give you the working. So 120 over 360 times 15. So a fraction. Everybody catch that, right? It's 1/3 of this. So 5, or you just put the 120 over the 360. The formula straight. Which are the following that you add up?
What is that? Which of the following functions is undefined at the point where x equal to -2? So cool. So first of all, we have all of them rational. And then if x equal to -2, so a function is undefined when the denominator is 0. So if we zero in on item D and x equal to -2, -2 plus 2 is 0. So that is the function which will be undefined at the point where x is -2.
All right, so you just want to see which one I give you a 0 in the denominator, throw in the -2 here. Boom. Niceness. Very popular question is always going to be 180 minus 3x.
Yeah,
there's a high chance for number 59 or number 60 in your paper tomorrow. You're going to see some version of this question. It's popular for the last question. So 180 minus 3x, we do this a million times today already.
Yeah, boy.
So that you add up.
1 over 3 to the 2x. Well, 9 is 3 to the power 2, and then that's 3 to the minus 2x. So minus 2x equal to 2, which means x will be -1.
So he used this law where 3 to the power of 2, you could have this as 1 over 3 to the power of 2 to the power of x. So this is 1 over 9 to the power of x. So what we're saying is 1 over 9 to the power of x is 9. So you could hit this a little reciprocation here. Because this is 9 to the power of 1 is 9. And you'll see 9 to the power of negative x is equal to 9 to the power of 1. Yeah. So if negative x is 1,
then x is
negative. Nice. The product of a number is reciprocal. So number and reciprocal. So x multiplied by 1 over x.
1 over x.
Straight. This come a couple different ways. But the same number and reciprocal idea all the time. before I do this, we should know that reciprocal, like if you have 2, the reciprocal means 1/2, but the additive inverse would be like -2.
-2, yeah.
So which is
So
in some
multiplicative
areas
inverse and additive inverse, yeah.
multiplicative inverse and additive inverse. In some cases, like we call this 2 -2, like in ADMATS, like you're finding a conjugate for a binomial or something, right? All right, let's go. Now you there, Chris.
Oh, that's D. Yeah, so the common denominator will be 15x, and each numerator is modified accordingly. 1 by 3, 2 by 5. 2 by 5 is 10, 1 by 3 is 3, 10 and 3 is 13.
Yes, so a highly repeated question. A mistake people do is put x squared for some reason, but x is common in both of them, so you just need to write back x. 5x will go into 15x 3 times, so you multiply this by 3. 3x into this 5 times, so you multiply this by 5, and that's how we get the 3 and the 10. Add it up and you get 13 over 15x cooking. So yes, people, I'm bringing some heavyweights here, some heavy hitters in the chat. The table in the live, the table below shows the number of books bought by 58 students at a sale. The mode of the number of books bought is what?
5.
5, right? So this is the highest frequency, and the mode is not 13, is 5.
Yeah.
That repeat, we do that already for today. So the next term is, let's see what's going on here, by 5. Wait, not straight. No, 7.
9.
9. So anytime you see a sequence of odd numbers, what is that linked to?
Squares.
Square. So some kind of square CMDB going on here. But we probably don't need to know that to solve the answer. So this is just straight 46. But yeah, anytime you see a sequence of odd numbers, you know that that's the squares. That's the squares coming out there, like 1, 4, 9. Anytime you see a sequence of odd numbers. 46. Let's go. This is a repeat. We went back 5, we went up 3. E train. Okay, this used to be a question that Ada probably do in exams. Chris probably do this. I do this in my exams for sure. This is one of the old ending questions in the near 55, somewhere around there in the paper. So you know you need to add on 1.6. It'll probably be 1.2 tan 12 tan 40 or something.
Yeah.
So 1.6 plus 12 tan 40 is what we probably guessing this going to be. You're going to add on the 1.6, and this is also 12 here. This is the opposite to this 40. If they don't have 12 tan 40, well then you probably have to deal with a 60 on this side and do the reverse, right?
You mean 50?
Yeah, sorry, 50. Yes, thanks. So 50 and 40 means 90. But we're fortunate enough to see 1.6, 12 tan 40. Which you would probably see too, and which your sons will probably see as well.
Well, they scrap the SBA. So next thing, I mean, it took them 20-something years to scrap the SBA for non-practical. So you never know. They might realize the multiple choices are a waste of time, and either they might actually employ AI to generate new ones or just scrap it too. I don't know, but we will see.
You know, I think the strongest exam, if I was them, the strongest exam is to reduce the paper to. I know this sounding weird and most teachers might not agree with me. Reduce the paper to and make really strong paper ones, like SAT, not hard paper ones, but like SAT level intelligence in the paper one. Like it gets really good exam creators to make a paper one that really tests you well. Where you could input numerical values as well, like you shade, just like how they have that option where you can shade the numbers in SAT. So GCSE and SAT have some paper ones that test the students really well. So and that would still be cheaper for CXE because you could automate the correction of
you could scan it
multiple choice. And if you have like 5 or 6 questions in paper 2, you reduce the load in paper 2. And forget SBA, throw that energy. And I feel like that's what I would have done. All right, so yeah, this one is 2 plus, so we're gonna add these what's the area? They give us the area is x squared.
Yeah,
So x squared, so x minus 4 plus 2. The sum of the parallel sides, half of that, and then multiply by height.
Perpendicular distance, yeah.
So x minus 2 over 2, h, bring up the 2, so you get 2x squared. And what we're looking for, h?
Yeah, it's just option A.
Oh, we just want that. There's a question where they make you find h.
Yeah.
We did it earlier.
They have two versions. They have two versions where they change the figures, but the final answer ends up still being 5 or something. Yeah. The more recent papers, they shift out, they swap a couple things. But the funny part is the final answer and being the same answer.
Yes. Yeah. Now, the main one of the questions. I was very curious about it. So this one was 11. We do this repeat already. So 5 cubed minus 2 squared, you get 121. Root of 121 is 11. Everything outside of P
complement, yeah. Wait, what?
Not error.
Not the error, yeah.
Yeah, we do this already.
That one, I think, they were supposed to shade the intersection if they wanted part B to be the answer.
Yeah. There's a few like this. We come across. I just need to set this in. I hear them frogs stupid in the background there by you.
Was that sorry?
I hear them frogs in the background by you.
Yeah. I saw a customer doing them, and the funny part is I inside, and my door closed.
A square has the same area as a rectangle. All right, so you do this a million times, so the answer is going to be 12. Right in this live, that question come up a few times. But as had my live get reset. Using the same distribution, how many children have a mass greater than 40? So maybe this should be tabled up. I don't know if this comes in a table. Does this come in a table?
Usually, yeah.
What we call this for me?
65, 82.
Yeah? How much again?
Isn't it 82?
I have answer is 82. All right, so mass greater than
40, right? Yeah, so the first two of them out. So it's 24 plus 40 plus 18. Assuming the numbers in the brackets, the frequency.
Yeah, so.
Interval.
Okay, 82. Cooking. A complement everything outside of A, so 3, 4, 6. This is universal set, so you set 1, 2, 5. B. Nice. Oh God, boy. What happened is
the favorite one. What is what? Axis of symmetry, right? X equal to 2.
X is equal to 2. But it have a million ways this question. Hey, you're going to get this question, boy. But having the whole bank of questions like this give me so much insight into what really going on here. Yep. So in parallelogram, this X, Y,
and then there's V. And because it's a parallelogram, the opposite sides are mutually parallel and equal. So the vector along the XW is the same as the vector on YZ. And the same for XY and WZ.
So what they want? XR. They want XR actually.
XR in terms of U and V, yeah.
Which is?
Yeah, U plus a half V.
U plus a half V. Okay, so this is a common one. Some kind of reflection seems to be happening here.
Yeah.
And then it's sliding him down. A reflection in the line y x is equal to 1, followed by a translation backwards.
Yeah.
Backwards 3, and down for a train again.
Please. You ever notice that some of these questions that seem a little more slightly difficult or interesting, the answer tends to be A?
I find I have a lot of A's here. Now, I specifically didn't rearrange the answers. So I don't know. I try, unless somebody answers, rearrange yourself and yes, to answer your question, yes. The coordinates of the maximum point. All right, so this is 2, 4 again. No, sorry. Maximum point. Yes, maximum point 2, 4. Yeah. That's the same curve that plaguing me right now. Which of the following statements describe the set of integers from greater than -3 but less than 6.
Is it the same question from just now? Greater
Yeah.
than but less than. Oh, but it's correctly worded, so it actually has the solution.
Yeah.
Greater than but less than, yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things that happening is you see I have the topics here.
Yeah.
Some topic banks have less questions.
Right.
So that's why you see them keep coming up like that. Because right now I have it going through it's cycling through the banks. So the ones that you see repeating all the time almost guaranteed to show up in the exam because their banks just have less questions to pick from.
Oh,
Anyhow,
gotcha.
so the distance around a lake is 8 kilometers. On the map, the distance around a lake is represented by a length of 2 centimeters. The scale on the map, all right, adapt that UD. This one is a linear scale, no
So
area.
if 2 centimeters on the map represents 8 kilometers. So the first thing we do is we put 2 centimeters colon 8 kilometers. Right now you could approach this different ways. So how I like to approach it is first thing I would divide by 2 on both sides. So I get 1 centimeter on the left-hand side, which is the map, and then 4 kilometers. Now, how I like to approach it, I say, okay, look, let me go from kilometers to meters. There are 1,000 meters in each kilometer. So you can change 4 kilometers to 4,000 meters. And then there's 100 centimeters in each meter. So now you get to 400,000 centimeters. So 1 centimeter on the map represents 400,000 centimeters in real life. So that's option B.
Nice. I just go direct. I kind of force the students to learn kilometers. 100,000 one time. 100. But other than that, same thing. Cool. Cooking. So HX is 4x squared. Lock in, people. Lock in. We are in a rhythm here. Don't fall off the train. H of -1/2 is equal to 4 by -1/2 squared minus 6. If you square -1/2, it surprisingly turns into a quarter. The negative sign will drop with the squared, and 1 by 1 is 1, 2 by 2 is 4. So it surprisingly does this. Yes, it does that. So the 4s will cancel here already, and we have -6 waiting for us back again. So this is 1 minus 6, which is
-5.
Which is B. Cooking. All right, let's go. What is the value of this when A is... All right, boy, cake and ice cream, die for you day.
So 4 squared is 16. 3 by 2 is 6. 16 plus 6 is 22. And then, 4 by 2 is 8. That's the denominator. So, of course, both of these are divisible by 2. So you get 11 over 4. And then, and then 11 goes in 2 times, remainder 3. So 2 3/4. Option D.
Option D. Now, this is surprisingly a very popular question. I'll brace for this one. That 2 3/4 haunted me for 8 years now. So, reflection. All right, I fed up with this question.
I get catch with that percent, you know. I used to add 30% to 36 to get like, wait now, what's going on here?
I hate this question so much, by 108, 108 plus 36, 144. So what I do is just work on the 144 one time, I'll be 720. So you get 288, and then you're minus.
420, 432.
And I don't bother to work out. I just get it 2 there and whoa.
So the lesson here is read the question. read what they want. What is the probability? You're on card because they want the probability.
What is the probability?
It's not football.
All right, so we are check.
Yeah,
well, we are going to stop right here with the answer. All right, so actually you have to work it out this time. Where you get one?
What was 3? Is not 3 something? Yeah, no, 4. I forget. Sorry.
4:32.
I run like 2.5 hours. But 1.5 hours to wake up last night 12:30 and line to 4:30. And I went to bed 4:30.
What? Is it?
To remember the last time on the live, I had my baby with me, Mali.
Yeah. What's his name, Mali?
12. And then he decided to party till 4:30. And I was up with him. So I got 45 minutes before I had to wake up and do lunch kits, drop offs, come home. I had class from 9. I think I 20 minutes, somewhere between 3 and 3:30. And then I had class 4 to 6, and then I finished my form 6s. And then one of the girls didn't check the chat, so she showed up for maths class at 6:30.
Oh, you do a maths class today?
I had maths class from 9 to 3. Yeah.
Lad. So yeah, I just all my classes was free for the rest of the thing. I just rock back. 430. Well, I didn't rock back. I was teaching on YouTube. 432 over 720. There's a faster way to do this, people. We waste time. We waste a lot of time in this question because we didn't read the question.
Yeah.
What was this?
Probability. So the percentages. So 36 is 10%. So 30 and 10 is 40. And if you 1 minus, that's 60%.
So we could just go to 60. We could just quickly get 60% here, which is not on the board. And it needs to be neither tennis nor football.
Football! We're doing tennis and cricket and basketball.
Oh yeah,
wow.
boy.
Right, so
yeah,
36 is 110.
Looking good at, it's not good for your reputation, and my brother.
Well, let us learn from the mistake. Read the question properly.
35% and 10%. So that's 35%.
And then 1 minus that is 65, which is option D. 65 is 69.
Yeah. Luckily for us, there wasn't the wrong answer waiting.
Boy, the number of times I would have get taken in my sessions are like, woo, way boy.
This was a beautiful question, everybody. Locking on this question, we learned so much from this question, right? Neither tennis nor football. So the pie chart way different than this. Now look out, because every now and then they will switch one of the questions that they'll use the same diagram and switch it. There may be like 1 or 2 like that waiting for you all on the multiple choice paper. So watch it, right? Watch it. And most likely I won't do the solution directly for the people. I don't deal up direct in solutions, so multiple choice like that. That's too hot for me. I can leave that for let somebody else do that. Double it up, pass it to the next one. So PQRL is the midpoint. PRQP is A. QP is A, right? All of this, no new friends. PL. So that you add up.
Right. So they want PL. So PL is a half of PR. But to go from P to R, you first have to go from P to Q and then from Q to R. Going from P to Q requires inverting QP, so which is minus A. So you have minus A plus B. So that's the whole of PR. And then they want PL, which is just half of that. So a half open brackets, minus A plus B, or B minus A.
All over 2 works as well.
B minus A all over 2, yeah.
So, okay. Hey, we're supposed to finish at 9. Them tell me we're going up till 9.
Yeah, that's my time too.
Yeah, we have like 8 minutes again. Given that y varies inversely to x. Now this one is inverse, right? So watch out. That dictates everything there. So y is equal to k over x. And when y is 16, x is a half. So k. So,
so that's
8. Yeah. So k is 8. Because if you bring across the half, you multiply by half and you get 8. Carefully, you might think it's 32, but it's really 8. So look, they have 32 waiting for here and all too. So y is equal to 8 over x is the answer. Oh, we get some nice questions here, boy. Some nice questions. Nice ones down in the last 8 dying embers here. All right, so we do this one already. $8 per hour, twice the regular rate, 16. What's the answer for this again, boy? 16, 8 fours, 32,
twice the regular rate.
10.
Yeah.
So we do this one already though, so I just skipping through that one, right? We do this already too. Distributive law, just add, so it's 49 times 20. Length 3 millimeters, so 1000, so 3.8.
Yeah.
Is all right. So let's take the time on this one. They add up. Are you there?
Right. So A star B is A squared plus B squared. So they have the brackets 3 star 4 and then star 2. So you have to work out 3 star 4 first. 3 squared plus 4 squared is 9 plus 16, which is 25. And the 25 now becomes a new A. So if you look at it, you just have to use A because then you have 25 squared plus 2 squared.
Right. So you had nothing further to do. Cake and ice cream there.
Hold on. Wait. Just now. Look at option
plus.
D. Yeah. Well, look at option D. Isn't option D also correct?
Yeah.
Huh?
That is them problem. That now.
Yeah.
At this point, I see XC problem. All right, so this one a little longer. All right, I think I had to do this one here. 1330 -353/02105. We know you're gonna get 2 by 2 matrix in the end. 3 by 3 is 3 plus 6 plus -3 by 0 is 0. So 3 plus 6 plus 0. And then 3 by 3 is 900. Who have a 9? I should not. A 9 and a 9. So it's one out of these two. What's the next one to work out? This one. So 1 by 0 is 0. 3 by 1 is 3. And -3 by 5 -15. So I'm looking at a -12. A is the answer here. So what we're doing is row by column, then row by column. So row by column, you get this. Row by column, you get this. And then I did the last one, row by column. And by the time I reached this one, I had a unique answer already. So the A is the go. This is the breakdown here. 4.3. So this is the move the decimal point. You must get a little move the decimal point here. So wait, move. 1.
1 and then 1. And then 3 next way. So a net of 2 to the right.
So 3 this way, 1 this way. So
Yeah.
2 to the right.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah. Options.
Which is C. Cooking. Careful, this one is a little different than the last one. Yeah. They will bring something for you to move the decimal point. Just make sure you move your decimal points properly and count. Look at next one here.
Same thing here.
Which one this is, Adam?
That's 2 that way, and then 1. So yeah, so the same 3 to the left, so 11.445. So A.
Okay. Moving. This is a repeat? No, this one's slightly different. They actually make you work out this one.
Yeah.
So 8 and 18 is 26. Half of that is 13.
So 65.
13 times 5 is 65. Half the sum of the parallel sides. Literally, sum the parallel sides, half of that multiplied by the height. And your answer is what the area is. If the simple interest are $900 plus, let's go.
900. Right. So 900 by 4% is 36. So every again $36. And if you get 108 in total, you divide. And 108 divided by 36 is 3.
All right, that's a nice way to do it. So if you're using the formula, you just put simple interest times
Rate. Yeah.
100.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. You say simple. I hear principle.
108 times 100 over 4 times 900. And this should break down to 3 as well. So a little long that way. 36 into 2, yeah, 3. So good. Next.
Right,
so
120.
this is the easiest question in the paper so far.
Yeah, if you want with the tax boy, yeah. So it's not 250.
Oh, this is the weird question. I get this question wrong sometime back in like 21 or 19 or something. I think 2019 or something. I made a mistake. Let's see. EC is 2.6. US is this. Is deducted as a fee, right? Because you're taking that out.
Yeah. So for every $1 USA exchange, effectively again $2.50 EC cents. So if you exchange 100 by 2.5 is 250. Normally it's 1,000 though. But anyhow.
So that's nice. This is a nice question. Watch out for this question, people.
Yeah. This one is good.
A company employs 20 persons as gardeners and clerks. We do this a million zillion times. The answer was 17. I'm skipping this one, people. We do it twice or something today already. A calculator marked at 120 is sold for 30% discount. How much change would Susan get? 30% off of 120 is how much?
136.
Yeah. So 120 minus 36 is
84.
And change would be
16.
Nice.
I have a quick question for you. when you click the solution thing, right, it says, no, go wrong, yes, solution generated by Cairo, the Student Hub's AI system. Does that stand for something? Does it stand for Kerwin AI something?
Cairo is the hummingbird in student term.
Okay,
So Cairo is actually a name that Trinidad was called Cairo.
Wasn't
But Cairo
Kyrie?
means humming. Kyrie.
Okay.
Kyrie, I think.
I know that's Kyrie. Okay. Cool.
Check it back.
I
Random
just
humming.
thought the K was the Kerwin, the AI was AI, and RE was like, where's RU, boy?
Nah. I could probably make up something like that. Note it, and tell people that. But Cairo just means is like Amerindian, is an Amerindian word for like hummingbird.
All right. Cool.
And it means some other things too. 14a squared b squared thing, right in the simplest form. All right, that's you. Wait, this is closing time, man. This is last man standing.
Over 3a, yeah. So 14 into 42 goes 3 times. A squared and a cube will cancel, leaving a in the denominator, and b squared and b will cancel, leaving b in the numerator. So b over 3a.
Cooking. One last one for the road, people. This is for the road here. And then maybe you could scoot them off into one of the other fellas who live. It tests us math. I wonder if Terry's still live, boy. Are Terry still live?
I'll check it out.
Yeah, Terry's still live. Terry going strong.
Yeah, Roger for they are seeing CSEC Maths SBA, that is Terry. I'm not seeing. I check what is it? Oh yeah, I seen you.
I seen
You still live.
I seen Delhi concept.
Yeah, Roger.
I'm going to send everybody to one of the lesser streams. So after we do this question, you're all going to read this YouTuber, Delhi Maths. I believe he does his stuff correct as well. He's good. You know that name?
I think I saw it once or twice.
Delhi Maths. This is Jamaica.
Okay.
Jamaica. Is Leon still live? Leon is live as well, but I think Delhi is one of the strong YouTubers, like strong teachers who has the least. So Alia, we're going across here, right? And I'm gonna like up this stream and thing. So a test was marked. Let's do this question first. A test was marked out of 80. A boy scored 60% of the marks. How many marks? So just 60%, 3/5 of 80, which is
48.
$48. $48 is the only answer that makes sense actually. Just glimpsing. So that's it there, people. That's a clean 3 hours. So you can either do 2 things if you want to jump to the website and grind some more, or if you want to sleep if you feel you're ready. Or
sleep is a good idea.
yeah, like if you're really ready and like you find again like 99% of this correct.
Yeah.
I would go and sleep if I were you. To be fresh, to remember everything. Or if you find if you find like you're on 60%, so 70%, feel free to jump across to the stream at Delhi Maths. Just search it up on YouTube. If you haven't, you can subscribe to Chris. Adaptation. Adaptation is the name you want to look for. Just adaptation is all you need to look for it.
Yeah, adaptation, yeah.
For all your maths, POA, and AdMaths needs. That's the main 3 you teach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And POA, getting a good POA teacher, real rare. Trust. I deal in the business of teachers. And good POA teachers, hard to find. It's hard to find a good YouTube POA teacher too. So Adapt is good. All right, people, love and blessings. Find your way to one of these things. The website, for those of y'all who don't know, www.mynamekerwinspringer.com. And good luck in exams. This is it. Most of you all not going to see me for a live session teaching you again, or maybe even Chris. Unless you have to make a little repeating situation, which we hope do not happen with anybody.
AdMaths is next week Tuesday, so I think I have some multiple choice AdMaths going on.
Right. I have one multiple choice AdMaths tomorrow, so I'll see some people for that, or whoever is doing any other subjects. I have some subjects running on paper one, but officially for maths.
Yeah. Maths close off.
Maths close off. Love and blessings, everybody. We pray that you all do really well in exams. Everything that you study comes back to remembrance.
Read the question carefully.
Read the question carefully. Don't just speak through the question when you see something exact
Yep.
I'll,
Speed is kill.
I'm supposed to give you guys a story time, but I'll do better than that. I know I sent you to go to Delhi Maths, but I have a couple story times up on YouTube. I don't know if you know this. So let me just show you, and you can have some fun with these. You can either look at the story of Shensia. You can look at the story of my channel, or there's another one. Well, most people already watched it. There's another story time. Where is it, boy? But probably if you click the Shensia one, you would see another one. So you could click on those and have some fun.
Any recommendations?
Yeah. All right, people. Love and blessings. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Be outside.
Later.